You'll get the shit. You'll be knee deep in the shit.
Be my victim. Be my victim. I am the writing on the wall, the whisper in the classroom. Without these things, I am nothing. So now I must shed innocent blood.
Ain't no funeral home. It ain't the Terrordome neither. Welcome to hell.
All right, horror heads, welcome back to another episode of Horror 365. We are live and we're down and profile, strutting, strolling, rocking and rolling into another week. And this week, we're talking Black History Month. I mean, we're celebrating it big today. Welcome, everybody. Another Wednesday. I know, just coming off a Friday, it's a little wild coming off that fan free for all, but we're back in business. I'm your host, the mouthpiece of the Northeast, Jimmy J, alongside the anesthesiologist himself, Swift Knox. And right below, joining us today, the man, the myth, the legend, the king of the killer point of views himself, Killa B. What's happening, fellas?
How's it going?
Oh, man, it's going good. And I'm excited to be back. I look forward to these Wednesday streams to check out, see what's shaking and baking up in the chat with everybody in this killer community of ours. And, you know, this is something today, man, and we have another guest going to be joining us. Brandon's going to be popping on here momentarily. This is something that Swift and I wanted to do this in the beginning. I know we had some things booked, but today we're really going to get into Black history and horror, and we're going to touch on really everything, like films that you may have not even heard of, films that are popular in the community, you know, the social commentary behind a lot of these movies, you know, really just highlighting, you know, Black leads and filmmakers and influential Black moments in our killer genre over here. But I'm excited to be back. What's happening, Swift? What's going on in your world? Killa B, what's happening in your world? Talk to me, guys.
Same shit, different day.
You know, Killa, you excited about Scream or what?
About what? Scream?
Yeah.
Oh man. You know, actually, let me say this. You know, Scream is one of my favorite horror film franchises. I don't have high expectations for this next film, but it's hard not to be excited just because I do love the franchise. I do have a Scream hot take, but maybe I'll say that later. So,
oh boy, yeah, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. Remember,
he chose violence.
I want to save that because that might just open the door to a whole other conversation. So we're gonna save that. Remind me if I forget, man. You know, Scream 7. I mean, look, we know no matter what, we're gonna be watching this movie as horror fans. You know, it's a major franchise, an installment. we can kind of, I think we can kind of have an idea of what we're going to expect, what is to be expected from this film, judging by the fact that Kevin Williamson is back and there's a lot of the legacy characters here, and Stu's in the film. Okay, well, hopefully they don't go the predictable route, but we'll see what happens. I'm going to watch it regardless, like everybody else here, and I think that's something that we definitely got to get into. I know over there with Killer Point of View Network and Melissa Simon, she's been doing a tremendous job every week, really highlighting all the Scream installments. Just finished with the last one, Swift. I think you was on that last Wednesday. Or Friday, I'm sorry, last Friday.
Yeah. Me and Killer was in there.
Yeah, Hugh Killa B were up on that in that conversation. And I got to be honest with you, man. Again, everybody, from what I've seen so far, what Melissa was talking about, what a lot of great points. And you guys really covered a lot from that franchise. So I'm excited to see your takes on Scream 7 after it's over. I would love to hear what Killa B, what Melissa, and any other Scream fan, what you guys think of this 7th installment here. Because, what more can they do? That's,
that's the $1 million question.
Yeah.
We'll find out in 2 days.
He's finally going to get hers. Oh, come on. We'll find out. Let's go to the chat, see what's happening over here. We got George.
Go to the chat. We got Paige trying to come in too.
George K. Paige is up in it. Okay.
She needs the oh, what's up, George? Yes, sir.
Okay,
George, how you doing, bro?
Chris Styles, what's going on? Chris Styles, Pop Culture Punk.
Chris Styles, Pop Culture Punk. Everybody check him out on the VCR Redux on YouTube every Wednesday night. He comes on after we do. Sometimes we overlap, but check him out because he has a dope show with a dope cast. A dope panel of panelists. They discuss some sequels that you never knew you wanted, and that now you're gonna know that you need.
100%, man. Check them out. Chris Styles doing this thing over there at VCR Redux. Tony D, what's happening? Tony in the building.
Hey, we got Tony in the house.
Greg's brewing up something special for us over there. Greg Brewer.
How are you, buddy?
Unique in the building.
Hey, Unique, how's everything?
Yeah. What's happening? Yeah.
Oh, Yaya's in the house. How you doing, Yaya? The MVP.
He's lurking.
We got Brandon in the house.
All right, Brandon's in the house. Mama Swift in the building. Mama Swift, what's going on?
Hey, Ma. I want to thank Mama Swift too because she helped me out with a bunch of titles. So, Ma, you got to help us out tonight because my phone was on the fritz. It wasn't really doing what it was supposed to be doing today. So, a lot of those titles that you sent me, I'm gonna need you to come in the chat and let us know as we're going through the show. I got some of them. I remember some of them, but she got in depth with a list of films.
Listen, Mama Swift should come on the show, even if it's not video. Even if you just want audio, that's fine. I understand some people don't want to be maybe on camera. You're going to just beautify the show a lot, Ma, if you could jump on, because we would love to chat with you. You are just super knowledgeable about this genre, and you know a lot more, I could say, than myself. So we would love to hear from you anytime you want to jump on, Ma. You're more than welcome. Just give us the green light and we'll send you the link. Rob Humphrey, what's happening, buddy?
We got Rob in the house. What's up, Rob? Oh, shoot. Rob, I'm going to get you. Rob is the living legend. What's up, Rob? Check him out, Slasher Radio.
Rob, Mikey Bones, Slasher Radio. Check them out. These guys, again, I said it,
doing big things,
they've been around since the beginning of time, since before Christ, and they've been doing a lot of killer. They have a lot of killer interviews, man. Even from the beginning. This is going back. I think I was listening to them back in 2018, 2019. Slasher Radio's been around for a while. Check them out. Take a listen to them. Nemo Burns, Nemo in the building.
Oh, what's up, Nee? How you doing, Nemo?
Nemo's here.
Make this thing
bigger. So, I know we're waiting on Brendan right now, so I'm gonna wait to really get into it. And I guess in the meantime, what we got to do is, hey, what I don't know, like, share, subscribe, but I don't normally do.
Yes, absolutely.
Notification bell, bang bang. Check out Killer Point of View Network on Instagram, and we're doing some.
And check them out. Check them out on all of your audio platforms, and check them out on YouTube as well, because they're kicking butt every Tuesday. They're dropping that new hot ish. You know what I mean? So check them out.
Did you say the shit, Swift?
Yeah. That was
I thought I had a cigar there. I was gonna come in with a lighter. I was gonna do something, but I didn't have it. So.
So make sure you check them out. And man, February is almost over, man, and it's the shortest month of the year. Funny that's Black History Month. Yeah. So Black History Month.
Jimmy, I was gonna ask, what type of show did you want to have?
You know what? I'll tell you right now, the show that we have every single week, we want this to
unhinged,
be organic, unhinged, real. Try to hold back. We're trying to hold back a little bit on the 4-letter words, but I want this to be real, and I want it to flow well, and I want to get. I'm open to all hot takes, Killa B. I mean, listen, we're gonna get into it. I want honesty, and that's it. There's no judgment.
Integrity, authenticity.
Authenticity, 100%.
I get it.
We got the world famous Brandon.
Authenticity.
I get it.
We got. My bad. Let me turn off my phone. Hold on.
Don't worry. I thought it was coming down from the heavens. Or maybe.
What's up, Brandon? How are you? Everybody, welcome Brandon from the Terrorific Podcast, another dope content creator part of the PS Circuit. Man, we got a dope family right here, man. Talented dude. He is funny as hell. He doesn't even know it.
Yeah.
He doesn't even know it. He doesn't even know how funny he is, man. Listen to his stuff. Check him out, because you don't know what you're missing. Yeah.
Appreciate it. My bad for being late, but since it is Black History Month, I guess it's appropriate that I'm running on CP time. You know what I mean? So
exactly.
Listen, I don't know exactly. Every week,
this is Horror 365.
Oh man, listen, man. Welcome, Brandon. Terrific podcast. Doing this thing, man. I really enjoy your skits, dude. Funny what I was seeing with the Saw stuff that he has. Check him out on Instagram. Listen to wherever you can get your audio. Killer Point of View Network, Terrific Podcast doing their thing. I appreciate you fellas joining the combo this week. We're gonna get into it right now. Sure. Killa B asked me what kind of show before you got on. What kind of show we're gonna have? We're gonna have the same show we have every week, but we want it, as we always want it, organic. We want it to flow. We want to have fun with it. So, wait, who's in that chat? You said Paige Swift? No, Paige is there.
Yeah, Paige is trying to come in.
All right,
she needs that. She needs you to make that drop one more time.
Okay, I'll send that over there. But let's get into it right now. I want to go. We'll start with going around the room here. When you think of Black history and horror, what movie comes to mind? What's the first movie that comes to mind?
Shit.
First movie.
Or go ahead.
No, my bad. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No. I was gonna say the very first movie that pops in my mind would be definitely something from the 90s. Probably Candyman or People Under the Stairs for sure.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Solid. Both solid films. Brendan.
Yeah, I was gonna say Candyman too, but like first movie to come to mind, and I guess like first movie that is more impactful for me are two different things. You know what I mean? So like Candyman, I was born in 1990, so Candyman for me, like I've seen it, but I tend to lean more towards like the modern end of horror. So like Get Out is a second to mind for me, and that's probably more impactful.
Yeah.
Listen. Get Out for me, I have some personal feelings for Get Out just because I feel like I experienced that before. So that hit me in a different way.
Exactly.
That was really a horror movie.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Paige, how you doing, Mama?
Hey, welcome, man.
How are you?
What's up, Paige?
Good.
Good to see
Yeah,
you
we're
guys.
definitely going to get into.
And everybody in the chat as well. We want to hear what you guys think too. You know, pump your thoughts out. You know,
I know some people already commented on some of the films that come to mind. Swift, what about you? What comes to mind when you think of Black history and horror?
Actually, Blackula, because that's the first. That's the first. You know, we grew up with. You know, in New York City, Jimmy. You know, we grew up with Channel 2, Channel 4, 5, 7, Channel 9, Channel 11, 13.
Those antennas, man. Always
yeah, you had the antennas, everything like that. This is before we got cable. We got cable a few years later. Yeah. But Blackula was the first horror movie I remember with a prominent leading role, you know, being a black guy. You know, I didn't really remember black people, and you know, and it could escape my memory. You remember, I'm a young kid. Blackula is the first horror movie I remember watching, and it used to come on regular TV. That's how we watched our movies, regular TV. Whatever they were showing, the movie of the night, whatever it is. And Blackula was that film, and I remember watching it, and I never forgot it. I never forgot it. So it was effective in that it stuck in my mind. You know what I mean? As a kid, it stuck in my mind. So anytime I think of black horror, you know, Black history and horror, that's the first thing that comes to my mind, because that was the memory that I had, you know.
That came out in the 70s, right?
72.
Yeah, 1972. Yeah. Yeah.
And that's you know, you think about, I know obviously it's not the first with a black lead, because Romero did it with Night of the Living Dead, Duane Jones for lead role in Night of the Living Dead. But that I believe that would be the second, but you know, that movie, didn't it also have a black director?
Yes.
As well.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I mean that's the first.
William Crane. Yeah.
Yep.
So that was the first. That was the first time there was a black filmmaker and a black lead. From what I know, I mean, there's another film from 1934, but I don't know too much about it. It's called Chloe Love is Calling, and it's about a character called Mandy, and I really don't remember what it's about, but that's from 1934. I really don't know. Kevin, what's up? Mikey, what's up? I don't really know what it's about. I didn't see that, but when we were watching horror movies, when we were growing up, you were at the mercy of whatever the TV was playing, you know. It's not like now where you just pop on what you want to watch. Yeah, you couldn't do any of that. So I saw a lot of older films like that, films from the 70s. Another film called Squirm, which is not black horror, but I'm just thinking about some of the older movies that they used to be playing on TV, you know, for a large part of my, you know, life, you know, as a child.
You know, I hated it back then. When you know, you had to watch whatever was on, but now I appreciate it a lot more because there's so much. I know we talked about it. There's just so much to really absorb right now. There's all these damn streaming services. I'm paying $2,000 a month. I'm like,
bro, content overload.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's nuts. But Paige, when you think of Black history and horror, what movie comes to mind?
You actually said it already. Night of the Living Dead is what pops into my mind like first, because of Duane and his role. That was like,
they broke the code.
It really was. But then another one that pops in my head is Blade. I used to watch it with my uncle.
Oh yeah, Blade. Absolutely. Yes.
And Marvel founding father right there. There would be no MCU without Blade.
Absolutely.
That's it. That's the first time they blended the, you know, vampire lore horror with superhero. So yeah, 100%.
And the beauty of that, unless you was a comic book nerd, the people that went to see that movie, the people that loved that movie, they had no idea it was a comic book movie. They had no idea, you know, unless they paid attention during the opening credits. You know, they didn't know. They just thought it was Wesley Snipes' latest action flick that was action and horror, and it was dope. And he was like Bruce Lee in the movie, and there was all types of craziness, blood, you know, blood rain thing. Blood rain.
At a party,
the dynamic. Yeah, absolutely. Which the Matrix took a lot from. It took the bullet time from that. it took the leather trench and that whole feel. You know, the Matrix came out the next year, so they definitely borrowed a lot from that because Blade. I remember back then everybody was talking about Blade. Oh, yo, Blade.
Yeah, no,
I never even thought about that before. That's a good point. The Matrix is my favorite movie, and that never even occurred to me. So, respect.
Yeah,
because that was 98. Matrix was
was
98.
dope.
You're right about that. And then
the bullet time and everything.
Spawn was another one. Spawn.
Spawn was 97.
97.
That was 97. Spawn is another dope character. It started off as a comic book. Todd McFarlane, Image Comics, 1992. What happened was in 1992, we had a point. 1991, 1992, we had a point. It started actually in 1990. Now that I'm thinking about it, we had a point where the comic book artists, like all of the hottest comic book artists in Marvel, everything that they made, they put all of their images on merchandise, this, that, and the other. It was selling like crazy. We had Spider-Man sold something like 2 million copies. Spider-Man #1 by Todd McFarlane. The next year, X-Men #1 by Jim Lee sold 8 million copies. The biggest selling comic book ever. So what happened was there was a little what do you call it? Like a standoff. And all of these dope artists and creators, they were like, yo, listen, all of the characters we made, this is the 1990s, all of the characters we made are so freaking popular. You guys gotta break us off something proper. And Marvel was like, Marvel was like, yo, listen, we're Marvel. What are you talking about? And they said, oh, word, you want to play like that? Don't worry about it. We got you. And those artists, they all left. Dope creators. And they started their own publishing company called Image Comics, where they all made their own characters, everything. And Todd McFarlane, he created Spawn. And Spawn was a character who was a soldier. He was a commando mercenary type of character. He happened to be a black guy named Al Simmons. And he gets double-crossed. He gets killed, and he wakes up. And it winds up being 5 years later, and he's a soldier for the devil's army of hell. You know what I mean? So he's trying to learn his powers, trying to find his family because he had a wife and daughter that was left behind when he got assassinated. And it's a story about a journey. You know what I mean? And it's a kind of dope story. When the movie came out, the movie at the time was dope. Everybody liked it, but it wasn't all that. They kind of interfered with it, took things out. We got to make it PG-13 because at the time that was the thing, PG-13. Get the kids out, get the families out. It's not really a family movie. You don't want to take your kids to see that, But these dudes, listen, Hollywood is treacherous. They're treacherous, and they try to shoehorn anything. So that's what happened there. And it's supposed to be another Spawn coming out for about the last 10 years. Todd McFarlane's talking about, listen, I'm dealing with Blumhouse, and we're working on this new Spawn. He already cast Jamie Foxx to play Al Simmons / Spawn. He casted Jeremy Renner to play either Sam or Twitch, one of the detectives, and he cast someone else. But for the last 10 years, we haven't heard nothing about it. So is it going to happen? Who knows? But that would be dope. But now Jamie Foxx, who was already an old bastard, he's 10 years older. You know what I mean? He almost died. He went blind. He went through all this type of stuff. We need younger characters, and we got a lot of dope black actors right now that could definitely do the damn thing in that role. Sorry, guys, I'm over here running my mouth for sure.
They who was it? Michael J. White that played Spawn
originally. Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
I mean, he's still
Black
in
Dynamite.
shape. He could still do it.
He is.
Black Dynamite. Yeah, Black Dynamite.
Yeah, he still is in shape. But I think this thing, if done properly, this franchise could have legs.
Oh yeah.
So I think you go younger, you might get the kid. Damn, I don't know these new actors' names and stuff like that, but I recognize their faces when I see them. But it's a nice crop of talented black actors right now, younger guys.
Oh yeah.
And listen, if these guys become anything like half of what I think they could become, they're gonna be good money. You know what I mean?
No, 100%. I agree with that, Swift. And Mike jumped in and
Mike,
said,
what's up?
About the new Spawn movie is that he isn't supposed to be the main character.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like Seven, like in that vein, like those types of films, like Seven and like those procedurals. You're not gonna really see him too much. He's gonna be in the shadows and stuff like that, but it's gonna be a lot of horrific things happening around, you know?
Right.
That at least that's the pitch, that's the proposal. I mean, a lot of us don't like that because Spawn is such a dope character, but
yeah, I mean, why would we want to see more on the screen? Like it's
good story. Well, maybe because it's Blumhouse and they don't have the budget, you know. But
and you're Blumhouse. How do you not have the budget?
Right?
You're pumping out shit movies and then you get some gems. Like, this is what Blumhouse is doing. Yeah.
Their model is to make, you know, the way Blumhouse works is they hire named actors, they pay them scale, which means if anybody knows, you know, anybody from Hollywood, anybody in the movie industry, you know, when you get paid scale, that's pretty much like what we call minimum wage.
Minimum wage. Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty much like that. And what happens is, based upon the performance of the film, you're taking a gamble. You're like, yo, listen, I'll take scale. And then when this film performs how I believe it's going to, you know, then I'm going to get the money on the back end. You know what I mean? So you really, all these actors, the named actors, they really believe in these projects. And you could tell some of these people are just like, yo, listen, I don't got nothing going on. I got to do a movie. So, you know, you could see, you know.
I mean, look.
I am talking a lot. I'm sorry, guys.
No, you're telling me.
This is very informative and educational.
Yeah, no, for real. Thank you. Because the thing about it, you have to really believe in the script if you're willing to get paid minimum wage, or as you said, scale. So like I'm reading, I'm like, all right, well, do I really believe that this film is going to do well afterwards? Then I'll sign up. But then, like you said, there's some people that they just need a role. They're like, listen, I need a payday, man. So I definitely get it. But you know, Blumhouse, and I'm not trying to knock them. You know, they have some really good films that came out over the past 5 or so years, 5-6 years. But they also have ones that really did not do well. And I feel like that's what it is with Blumhouse. It's two extremes. Either you're getting something really good or you're getting something that just shit the bed. And I'm like, okay. You know, you never know what you're going to get there. Johnny Sparks in the building. Swift driving it down.
Johnny Sparks. What's up, bro?
That's facts. Professor Swift right now.
Right?
I'm still hung up on this Jamie Foxx casting though, bro. Like he's a great actor. I like him as an actor, but the thing with Michael J. White is that he's like a 5th degree black belt or whatever. So like his martial arts capabilities really lend themselves to the character response. So Jamie Foxx, I can't see him being a badass like that. There has to be some other younger black character who also has some kind of martial arts background that could step into that role. Unless they're going to give Jamie Foxx some training, I guess we'll see. But that's interesting.
Look,
well,
Jamie Foxx did a lot of stuff. You know, he went from In Living Color to Ray Charles. He got a lot of range. I'm sure he
has arguably the most range in Hollywood, bro. He has a ton of range.
Yeah,
but there's a limit for everybody. Can he do a backflip? I don't know.
I mean, you know, again, Michael B. Jordan. I mean, I can see him in that role. I loved him in Sinners. I loved him in Creed.
He kills it in everything he's in, bro. He killed it as Killmonger, and if you watch Black Panther, Killmonger, he killed it. You know what I mean? He takes every role and he makes it his bitch. You know, so he's a talented actor.
I mean, who would you see? Who do you think? Brendan, Killa B, Swift, Page. Who do you think could play Spawn? Take Jamie Foxx out. Who would you want to see?
I think Michael B would be good. I don't love him as an actor, to be honest. I think he can play specific roles pretty well, like Killmonger and like that Tom Clancy movie, whatever it's called, like Without Remorse.
Oh yeah, No Remorse. Yeah,
those two characters I think were pretty similar, and so like going into Al Simmons, I think would be in that same vein. So I think he could roll with that. But as far as like having range and like dramatic acting chops, if there is any dramatic, things required for the Spawn role, probably would be pretty minimal. I wouldn't want Michael B. Jordan in that, But for this, just being a soldier kind of deal, I think he would probably be a good fit. He's popular, he's easily recognizable. He would elevate, the thing immediately. Everyone would be lining up to see it. But besides him, I don't think anyone else is really like that close to like having that top billing right now.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Kevin, what's up? My brother Kevin's in the house. What's up, Kevin?
Kevin's in the building. Kevin in the building. Give the role to Terry Crews.
Terry Crews.
The guy's back.
Just in there bouncing his titties the whole time.
Yeah, complete with the glow sticks and the whistle,
Yeah,
Oh shit.
Oh man. Under the floorboards. What's up, John in the building? Michael J. White.
Is the Spawn we do. And listen, Michael J. White is not a bad actor. He's not a bad actor like everybody would assume because he's a martial artist and he's in all these action flicks. He's not a bad actor. He's good enough. You know what I mean?
What about Aaron Pierre? Mama Swift says.
Aaron Pierre. He was good in Rebel Ridge. I don't remember. He might be one of those guys I was talking about.
Rebel Ridge was good.
Okay.
He could do Spawn.
I feel like he's too pretty, bro.
They would have to mess his face up.
Listen, Horror 365.
You got to wear like colored contacts, like dark eyes. You can't be in here with green eyes. Nah, bro.
Horror 365 does not endorse pretty boys, man. We don't like pretty boys, man.
You gotta be rough, man. Rough around the edges. I mean, listen, there's a fine line. Like there's a if you look too pretty, you can't get certain roles. Bottom line. You gotta be a little rough out here, man. Somebody had said, who was the other name I just seen? Some other
Yaya. Somebody said Yaya, the kid that played in Candyman. He actually played in Candyman. Yaya. His name is Yaya. I can forget his last name.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I know you talk about.
Yeah, I like him.
I think he in the new Marvel show that's out right now or something.
Wonder Man.
Yeah.
The Wonder Man.
Yeah.
It also really comes down, like what Brandon brought out a point, man. It depends on the role. I mean, if there's some dramatic situations and conversations going on, you really need an actor. If there's just for the presence, for the agility and the ability, stunts and stuff like that, then yeah, it just it's too different. It depends what they're writing for this film. But Spawn was a badass movie back in 97. Again, 97, right before Blade in 98. 98.
It's a kind of hard rewatch now. But listen, the cast was sick. You had Martin Sheen. You had Michael J. White, Martin Sheen. You had
Leguizamo was in there.
John Leguizamo,
yeah. Oh yeah. You had him in there. You had I forget this girl's name. Layla Rashawn? Is that her name? I can't remember. This is going back then.
I had to look it up.
Okay, Greg Brewer, Vampire in Brooklyn. That's his movie when he thinks about Black history and horror. Can't go wrong with Eddie Murphy. Okay. Wes Craven. That's I used to call that Ashford and Simpson because he looked like Nick Ashford in that flick. Killa B, you're a music guy. You know Ashford and Simpson.
Yeah.
Killer, what happened, man?
No, I can't tell a story, but it's a funny story with Vampire in Brooklyn, but I can't tell a story.
Okay. We'll save it for
I'll tell you off air someday. Yeah.
Okay.
That's for the after hours. That's exclusive content, folks. Stay tuned.
There you go. Teresa Randall's the wife. Nemo says, "What about Kofi Cerebro?" I don't remember who that is.
I'm not.
The name sounds familiar, but I can't picture the face.
Yeah. Listen, there's a lot of dope actors right now in the game that are just so talented. I just wish I knew their names and I watched more movies with them in it because it's a lot of dope actors that they caught my eye. I'm like, oh shoot, this dude is dope. But staying in the horror realm, I don't watch as much of a variety of movies anymore, so I don't see the guys as frequently. Listen, I want to see Denzel's son, John David Washington. I want to see him get a good role in a horror film, man. I think he's a great actor. I think.
I mean,
yeah.
Go ahead.
Brandon doesn't like that. Brandon's like, he's all right. He's all right, but he's not real.
he has his moments. He has his moments. I think he's a watered down version of his dad. Like Denzel. Denzel is a phenomenal actor in the roles that he plays, but he's always Denzel in those roles. You know what I mean? Like I couldn't see Denzel in a comedy or something like that. Like Denzel he's so suave and all that. And John David Washington, he has his moments, I guess. But as far as being like a lead actor, I don't love him as a lead actor. I think he's a good supporting, or he would be a good supporting actor. They're trying to make him like that top guy because he's Denzel's son. But I just
royalty, because he's Hollywood royalty.
He has it in him. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He just needs some. It's tough shoes to fill. His father,
exactly.
Denzel Washington. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. You see, Nemo just said Lakeith Stanfield. I cannot take that guy seriously. You know, I just can't. Like I see him, I think some goofy stuff. You know, I can't take him seriously for some reason. I think I saw him in too many silly roles or something like that. You know,
it's hard when you see somebody that they're all about comedy and they transition and they're doing something more serious.
Yeah, that's you get typecast like crazy. That's like when Tom Hanks started. I was like, who the hell does this guy think he is? He's trying to win awards. He's trying to do all of this. Tom Hanks was from Big. To me, he was from Big. He was from what's the other movie that the comedy? Shit, I forgot the name of the other movie Tom Hanks was in. Money Pit. You know, he was a goofball to me.
Money Pit was such a good movie.
Money Pit. Then he's trying to show some acting chops and all this type of stuff. Like, who the hell do you think you are? You know, Mason Gooding Jr.
I can see him.
We got the ladies in the house. You know, the ladies want the pretty boys.
No, John.
What's up, Melissa? How you doing?
I actually enjoyed one of my favorite Denzel roles was John Q. I really love that film.
100%.
Yeah, man. I think that was probably my favorite actually. Denzel role. Martin Lawrence. Martin Lawrence is While Not in Horror. It's one of the best characters in my opinion. It's funny. It's funny as hell, but I don't know where I hope we're not talking about Spawn. No way, John.
Spawn.
No. Okay. Well,
that's about 30. That's about 30 years too late for that
one.
Hold on, John. My goodness.
Holy moly.
I think what comes to my mind. Obviously, you think of Candyman. With just the performance, just Tony's performance, that distinct voice that Tony Todd had. It's iconic, man. This guy, anything he does, it's gold. He's very theatrical. I love Tony. Love all his roles. Candyman sticks out, but I really got to say Tales from the Hood. I enjoyed this film, man. I love anthology horror movies, and this one in particular with just Clarence Williams, the third. Just his whole mortician portray. He was over the top. I mean, dude, that hair, the eyes. I mean, it did it for me, man. But just a lot of it was I think this may have been the first film. Don't correct me if I'm wrong. More direct, in-your-face approach at social commentary about what's going on in certain communities, the African American community, and really touching on just a lot of different issues, police brutality and systemic racism and gang violence in that film, and then just the stories that they had in there, the practical effects in that. What scared the hell out of me was the gentleman that had. I'm bad with names. Oh man, the first story with the police brutality. The gentleman that was he the mayor of the town? Forgot his name. The makeup, the special effects makeup on that guy was off the charts. I had nightmares from that. It was wild. So. But that movie really stuck out. I really enjoyed it. Just the stories and everything they were telling. And of course, the conclusion. I didn't even see that come the first time I remember watching. I'm like, oh shit, But there's a lot of. It's deep. That film is deep. We're gonna get into some of these films as well. Some of the social commentary on some of the films that really stand out in the African American community. We're gonna talk about that later on. But right now, another one of the films. Oh, I think we touched on this. You said it, Page, Night of the Living Dead. That was another one that stuck out. But I like the remake. Again, I like the 1990 remake with I mean, the original is the OG, but with again Tony Todd going back to performances. I really enjoyed the 90 remake of Night of the Living Dead. That's a hot take, maybe better than the OG.
I mean, the 90 remake was sick. I liked that for a long time, but 1968 was groundbreaking. You know, that you had Duane Jones in that role, you know, as the lead. And yeah, it was a whole cast of people, but he was definitely the man in charge. He was Big Ben, and he was, you know, in charge. You know what I mean? Before that, like you and I spoke about earlier, Sidney Poitier, he was the first dude, but now this is a horror film, and there was also, you know, social commentary in Night of the Living Dead and its sequels, Dawn of the Dead and Day of the Dead. George A. Romero, rest in peace, really liked to put that stuff in his films, you know. And when he cast Duane Jones, he wasn't looking for a black guy. He was, double feature, what's up?
Double feature in the
What's
building.
up, girls? How you doing? We got double feature in the house. Go follow them and check them out, man. They got some dope content as well. YouTube, Instagram. They got a Substack. They getting busy. Shout out to Double Feature Podcast.
Double feature, doing some killer content.
Yeah. So he wasn't looking for a black dude, you know, for the role. He was just, you know, reading guys, you know, come in and read for this role. And Duane Jones owned it, and you could tell from how he played in the movie. It was just a performance unlike anything. It was so realistic, and it sticks out in our minds now, you know. And it was just a groundbreaking thing for that time. So, you know, much credit to Duane Jones, you know, because he really made a big step, you know, for the way black characters were looked at as leads and stuff like that.
Absolutely. Sure. Yeah. I mean, it opened the door to so many other actors in different films to come. And we're going to get into, like I said, a couple of those. Talking about best black horror characters. Who's your go-to?
Oh, shit. That's a tough question off the top of the head.
I know. It's. I want to get, Anybody even else on the chat? Miguel Nunez. Johnny spoke. I love Miguel, man.
Must have been them damn enchiladas, man.
He's a vibe, man. That's all I got. Miguel is a vibe, man. When we were chatting with him, his energy is infectious. That's all I gotta say. He's awesome. Kevin, we love From.
Oh, From. I gotta watch that. Everybody's telling me about From.
It's a great show. Great show.
Yeah.
Roger from Night of the Demons.
Oh yeah, he's cool. He's cool as hell too. He's cool as hell too.
Recently.
Yeah. You know, when Ken Sagoes when he screened Socrates here up in Harlem, we went, me and Gabe, we went over there, watched it, we hung out, and then we went to eat after. We were celebrating, getting our little drink on, eating, everything like that. And then Roger from the Demons, he came in. He was cool as hell, man. He was real cool. And shout out to him.
And that's my guy. Don't tell him though. Don't tell him. You just said it, Ken Sagoes. That's Kincaid, Nightmare on Elm Street, Dream Warriors. And because of the fact that just even working with him on Socrates project and just getting to know him as a person, he's a funny guy, man. Funny, witty.
Well, he's an awesome dude.
Super creative. He has a lot in store for. I can't even unveil some certain things, but yeah, Ken is my favorite character, and I mean, not only black horror characters, just characters in general, man. He's a badass. 100%. And watch that. You think about Nightmare on Elm Street. You think about how many people really stood up to Freddy and really was. I mean, Nancy, but it took some time, right? Ken right away.
Nancy had no chance. Yeah. Listen, we got double feature. In the chat, dropping some freaking heat, bro.
Okay, what do we
check out some of those names. Double feature dropping. Jerry Lyon from Tales from the Crypt, Demon Night. Yes, absolutely. That's a good one.
Black female lead, Jada Pinkett.
Black female lead and black director. That's the esteemed Ernest Dickerson, who he did. Anybody who loves urban films, he did Juice. He was he did Juice. But in the horror realm, he did Bones with Snoop Dogg. He did Tales from the Crypt, Demon Knight. Yeah, and he did a few. I think he did 1 or 2 episodes of Masters of Horror. That show from Showtime. It was on Showtime. He did a couple of those episodes. Fool from the People under the Stairs.
Under the Stairs is a good one.
Yeah, absolutely.
I got mine now. I've been thinking this whole time. All right.
All right.
I was trying to come up with one. So I remember being like 8, 9 years old or whatever, finally seeing a black character survive a horror film. LL Cool J as the chef. Deep Blue Sea.
I'm done. LL.
You killed my bird, bro. Oh my god. That was epic for me. I was like, this dude, I thought Samuel L. Jackson, like most people probably was like gonna be that dude, and then he gets cooked. I'm like, oh shit, who's gonna step up? LL filled that void. He was active, taking out people, or the shark, I guess. And yeah, LL in that movie.
He lived in Halloween H2O also.
Yeah, I mean, we had the false kill, and then he was still alive. You know, we had the false kill. You know, that was funny. He comes around the corner, catches a bullet. Blah.
Busta Rhymes. Stick with the rappers. Busta Rhymes as Freddy in Resurrection. You know, chicken fried motherfucker.
That might be my favorite, just because I don't know why he thought he knew karate and shit. Like Busta Rhymes was like that might be my favorite.
I was not happy.
Just to go with the trifecta of rappers in horror movies. Ice Cube, Anaconda. Let's tie it off there. You know.
Yes, there you go. You go.
Ice Cube is just a mean dude. He just look. There's no happy face on him. Like Ice is just always mean mugging somebody. I'm like, yo, this guy is not. Just don't mess with him, man. Like, but Ice Cube is badass, bro. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Now, I can see Ice Cube getting down fighting Michael Myers. I can't see Busta Rhymes. The way they had Busta in there, man. Like, I just can't. No. And then the fact that he's doing so good, though. This is a hot take. Is a bold statement. Why the hell are they gonna? Why is it that he knows karate? Who directed that film?
Why not, bro?
Who directed it? The guy who directed. Let me tell you something. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Get it off, son.
No, because
get it off, son.
What are they trying to say? What are they trying to say? Because why? Because why does it have to be karate? Why? I'm not. Anyway, continue before.
Well, let me tell you something. You know who directed Halloween Resurrection?
Who?
Rosenthal, who directed Halloween 2. That's who directed it.
No way. No, that.
Absolutely.
How do you go from that movie to that movie?
Yeah. Facts.
That's ridiculous, man. There's no way.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't know.
That's who directed it.
I can see Busta Rhymes doing karate. Like it's not that far fetched. You know, just thinking about it, like it's not that far fetched.
If you had Method Man in there, I can understand that. Wu-Tang, the whole thing, like I could see that. I just can't.
I mean, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I mean, Busta is from that time period, though, so you know.
I guess you're right. All right. I mean, listen, it was a horrible movie, but I gotta say, I did enjoy just the comedy, like just the whole Busta Rhymes. Some of the lines, I'm like, that's the only thing I enjoyed with the whole thing. You know, trick or treat, motherfucker. Okay, all right. I get it. It's like, you know, but yeah, I can't believe this guy. I don't even know his name. He said Rosenthal. The same guy that did Halloween 2 classic, and then he does.
Yeah, absolutely.
I did like the beginning though. I did like when Jamie finally got hers in the institution, and
you see, that's what a lot of people hate. A lot of people hate that.
Why?
I
mean, outside her kissing Michael Myers, I mean,
come on, man. What was she doing? What are we doing here? Come on, why we gotta get this stupid stuff, bro? Like this is they gotta mess everything up, man. Like they really can't leave good. They can't leave things alone. They gotta mess everything up. They gotta destroy everything we love, man. These people are something else, and then they want to know why the revenue is in the pits. Come on, man.
Why we have 17 timelines from Halloween?
Yeah.
But,
do better.
Brendan, great choices, man. You know,
Oh yeah,
I gotta say, out of all three of them.
Yeah, as bad as Halloween Resurrection was, it's like integral to like my horror origin story. Like I remember watching, I was like 15 maybe, watching some Halloween movie before Resurrection, and I went to bed that night. I was scared. Okay, so like I had a nightmare. Michael Myers, his face was like right by my bed. I woke up, ran to my mom, like, "Hey, can't do it, son. Like I gotta sleep with you or something. I don't know." And then eventually in college, like freshman year, one of my friends, for whatever reason, had Halloween Resurrection on DVD. And I was like, okay, I guess I'll give it a chance to watch it in a group setting. And watching it was so bad, it was hilarious. So like Michael Myers was no longer scary to me. And then from that point forward, like I just started watching other things. So without Resurrection, I would still be terrified of anything horror related.
Yeah, because Brandon's actually late to the horror scene. Brandon's late to it. He started watching it later.
When did you start watching horror, Brandon?
Probably like 2009, something like that.
Okay. Damn. Yeah. Hey, listen, you know, now after you conquered your fear in college of Michael Myers, after that, did you start watching a lot more horror movies after that?
I did, but I didn't really go, back retroactively to watch the early 2000s, 90s, 80s and stuff. So most of my stuff is like in the modern era. So yeah, after that one, like Paranormal Activity was another big one for me. Insidious, Sinister, the Conjuring franchise, all those. So anything like 2009, 2010 and beyond, that's kind of like my wheelhouse.
Do you feel like we're right now in the best time period for horror? Since you started watching?
Golden age, bro. Golden age for sure. Like, I think the quality of the films is a lot better. They're putting a lot more into the budget. So we're getting better actors, better directors, better producers, better cinematography, all that. And it's just it's more accepted now. It may be a little bit too mainstream at times, but I would rather have that to get, quality films and be on the edges and, kind of not as great. So yeah, I think right now what we're getting is great. Like we're getting Oscar nominations with The Substance, Weapons, Sinners, obviously. And so I hope it continues to go up, but I think eventually we're going to hit kind of that wall where people get it gets too oversaturated. And then I think people are going to try to be like, all right, let's move away from horror now, go back to dramas again, these prestige roles where people climb into horse carcasses and hike through wilderness or whatever. That's going to be, those A24 type films that are more artsy and all that, which I love A24 too, by the way, don't get me wrong. But yeah, I think right now the quality that we're getting is the highest it's ever been, in my opinion.
No, can't disagree with you at all. Right now is the best time period. I talked about it like so in a Swift. I was like, when 2018 came out, Halloween 2018, and it's like almost like that was like 78 reborn, and we got the 80s all over again right now, but just amplified because of, like you said, just better cinematography, technology in general, actors. It's just like horror is, and to that point, is a great point, Brendan. Horror is more accepted now versus the 80s, and I think that's why we're getting this influx of movies here. And we've shown over the last year or so, like, I mean, if we haven't shown before, we definitely shown over the last year with movies like Sinners, that we can be mainstream, that we can win awards, and Substance for makeup and that as well. I mean, this is
as
something
an independent fan.
Fans, yeah, man, as an independent, and this is something that's fans that we wanted for a long time, and we're getting that now, and we're going to talk about Sinners. We're going to get into that momentarily, and just the impact all around that it's had on the horror community. But I got some comments here I want to get to. Nemo said, "Oh boy." Okay. I don't like Joe Bastion, my favorite Halloween movie. If Resurrection is your favorite Halloween movie, please go back and watch the franchise. Man. Rob Humphrey. Wait, Nemo, please tell me you're not saying Resurrection is your
Oh man, Rob is a trip.
Just heard someone leaving a press screening of 7. Official review was F that movie. Oh boy.
Oh boy. Horror has been saving the box office, in my opinion. No, 100% facts. There is still something about horror and the collective experience. Yeah, 100%. Horror has been carrying the theatrical experience for the past 4 years, since 2022. Listen,
like so taboo, like horror. Now it's
yeah,
good.
yeah, and it started with, if you go to the mid 2010s, The Conjuring, that did good. That was good for the horror audience. You know what I mean? Oh, it brought horror back. People say stuff like that, right? But you look at 2017. You had Split. Split came out. It was what's the name of it? It's not called Bulletproof. It's called what was the name of that film? What's the name of that trilogy? Unbreakable. Yeah, it was an Unbreakable sequel. Hidden as a horror movie that did big business. Then you had Get Out. Was Get Out 2017 or 18?
17.
17. Then Get Out came out, and like what Brandon was saying, Get Out was that won awards and stuff like that. That was nominated for awards. Like that kind of changed the game. And then It came out.
Yeah.
And that later that year was the highest grossing R-rated film of all time at that point. Which was destroyed. That was destroyed after that. But that happened. Horror was picking up a little bit, and then the pandemic happened. And then you had 2021, 2022. And 2022, you had shucks. Help me out, guys. 2022, you had Smile, you had
it was a lot.
Barbarian came out that year.
Barbarian, yeah, Barbarian, Smile. You had
wait a minute.
Man,
Kills, was it? No, it was 21. I think 21.
Yeah, that was 21. That was 21.
Scream 5. Scream 5 came out.
Yeah, Scream 5 came out there. That did big business too. But you had a couple. You had
right? The first Black Phone.
Black Phone, yes, Black Phone. There you go,
Black Phone.
There you go.
Yeah,
Black Phone. Yeah, look, Death Ranch, Holla, Spell.
Yes. She's dropping some gold right here, Mama.
Black in
2022.
Yeah. And she brought up a film. Yeah, go ahead.
No, yeah, no.
Ganja
I know you're talking about the
Abby. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, she brought up Abby. Similar to The Exorcist, and everybody check this out. Abby came out. This one, boom, there you go. Abby came out 1974, and it was people were starting to talk about it. It was getting played. People were starting to talk about it. Warner Brothers put their hater hat on. They started sipping on some haterade, and they said, "Oh no, we cannot have this. We cannot have Abby, doing what it's doing, and making us look like we're ridiculous." They says, "Yo, let's sue them into oblivion." So that's what they did. They took them to court. And Abby got pulled from all of the big movie theaters and everything like that. So you had to scurry around to find it. But Abby was, similar to The Exorcist. But it was obviously, you could say, a black version.
Right.
She's dropping some gold. But real quick, Killa B, I think we're up to, because Brendan was talking about his black horror character. What is your favorite? Who comes to mind? Black horror.
Oh, shit. I forgot it. Oh man. I mean, I would probably say Blade, just because.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I was a super huge Wesley Snipes fan, so I'd probably say Blade for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, like anybody who know me know I love vampire films. Like outside of slasher films, like vampire films is like my shit. So it'll be Blade.
Blade. That's solid choice. And again, talking about Blade.
Mia.
So who's in there? That opening.
Hi, Mia. My niece. My niece, Mia.
Welcome to the madness, Mia. All right. Double feature. 2022 was a big year for horror. Pearl.
You see, here we go.
Yeah, thank you.
Mika and Kira are kicking butt tonight.
They're on fire. Thank you.
Yeah, they're on fire. That's why I said, everybody, go follow Double Feature Podcast. Just do it. just do it. Thank me later and thank them now. That's all you got to do. Check them out. It don't hurt. It don't hurt. You're gonna learn something. You're gonna get entertained. They're gonna have a great discourse on this show. Just go do it.
Lawrence Fishburne, Johnny Sparks is Lawrence
Event
Fishburne.
Horizon. I can't listen. I cannot stand that movie, Event Horizon. I can't stand that piece of trash. I really can't. That movie right there. That pissed me off worse than anything ever in my life. And everybody knows me with my rants. I get pissed off very easily. That Event Horizon pissed me off to no end. I'm never going to forget about it. I should have been spending my time doing something stupid. I can't stand that movie, man.
That's a good movie.
Nicolas Cage,
chill.
When he is Nicolas Cage or watching Event Horizon. It's the Swift right here. Jesus.
Yeah, that movie.
It worked up,
that bummy, dusty ass movie, Event Horizon. Waste of time. Monumental waste of time. Monumental waste of time.
That's Swift when he hears Nick Cage making a sound.
Listen. Nick Cage's sounds. I could tolerate Nick Cage's sounds more than I could tolerate the thought and the memory of Event Horizon. Absolutely. When that shit. All right. Let me just shut up.
We're really happy.
Sorry.
Hey, what black horror character comes to mind? Like, who's your favorite?
Who's my favorite? Lupita Nyong'o's. I don't know if I said her last name right, but she was in the movie Us.
Yes.
She played the bomb. She played that role so flipping well. And then A Quiet Place. A Quiet Place Day One. She was in. She killed that role too. She kills it. The way she did that voice in Us, like you had to do that like the whole movie. Like, whoa, that was.
Her facial expressions in that film. She's a really good actress.
She really is amazing.
That's a solid choice. All right, Swift. Who do you got? Who comes to mind? Favorite black character?
Shoot. I would have to say. Damn, I'm thinking about Event Horizon so much, man. It messed me up.
It threw you off.
Yeah, it really did, man. My whole
Thank you,
train
John,
of thought
for bringing up Event Horizon, John. Johnny Sparks just threw off his game.
Thank you, Johnny. Love you, bro.
I just want to know why you don't like the movie. Like, why don't you like?
Let's see. Because it's trash.
I gotta catch up on some of these movies, Mama.
Enough said.
Yeah, let's see. Shit, I think I got a copy off of my brother Killa B and say Blade, because Blade was just something different at the time when it came out. Like, it was just different. It was, we had vampire films before. We had action films before, but the way that they mixed both worlds together, and it felt like it was happening in an urban world, like an underground world and all this type of stuff. And there was just so many concepts in that film, like the serum and everything like that. They kind of did stuff like that in other vampire films before that, but it was just like Wesley Snipes pulling everything together. When Wesley Snipes was still Wesley Snipes, he was a dope actor at the time. And then when Blade 2 came out, and I saw that at the movies, I was like, holy moly. When Blade 2 came out, directed by Guillermo del Toro, that movie was sick. My boy Donnie Yen was in there. For everybody that loves the kung fu flicks and action flicks, Donnie Yen was in there as Snowman. And we had Ron Perlman in there. We had Ron Perlman in there as well. Yeah. I just loved it. It was like watching a real life, a live action anime. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So Blade and Blade 2 for me, man, I would have to say those are my favorite characters in black in the history of black horror.
Yeah, no, I mean Blade,
and I love a lot of characters, but I gotta say Blade is my favorite.
He was badass, man. Wesley Snipes perfect for that role, and we just played it earlier with that scene. I still want to reenact. I really want to have a blood rave somehow. Let's
do it.
We got to do that. Everybody if they want, they can opt in to get the protective plastic sheet, covering shields, whatever.
Screw that, man. We listen. We don't do that sort of stuff. We do it for real. You leave it here looking blood drenched. You leave it here like that. Listen, we could listen.
That's it.
We could get this thing. We put it on the ground. You know what I mean? We could do because I know we don't want the ground. This, that, and the other. We got Mike in the house. What's up, Mike? But we could drop something down on the ground like that. That new flooring that they got where you just drop it on top. We could do that. But okay, Swift. How about Danny Glover?
Danny Glover.
Predator 2.
I didn't dig that. Predator.
That was a horror movie. That was a horror movie. Absolutely.
I love
Predator 2
in general, but Predator 2. That's a good one, John. And hell yeah, Blood Red. We're doing it, John.
Let's do it.
Villainous Vixen in the building. What's going on? How we doing?
Hey, we got the Villainous Vixen. What's up, Jen? Everybody, check out Villainous Vixen, man. She streams several times a week. She is, listen, when I'm telling you, this is the next horror hostess with the mostest. I'm telling you, that's her. So catch her now. Catch her on YouTube. Go follow her, subscribe, all that good stuff. Hit that little bell that it tells you when, it notifies you when she's going live and all that type of stuff, and check her out. That's Jen. Much love, Jen. Salute.
What do you guys think the most impactful black horror film has been? I guess over the last overall. I was gonna say in the last 20 years, but like overall, what do you think would the most impactful?
Most impactful. I know what I think. I'll let everybody else go first. Oh yeah, you want me to go first? You sure?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Everybody, how about you, Brandon? You sure?
Go ahead. Yep. I'm
gonna say, and I didn't want to talk about this yet, but since you're ruining the flow of things, Jimmy.
Oh my goodness.
Questions.
I'm just trying to keep.
I'm just. I gotta say the most impactful black horror film is going to be Sinners. Come on, 16 Academy Award nominations, Grammy wins, BAFTA wins, an auteurist vision, original idea. And a lot of people say, oh, it's similar to this, similar to that. Listen, it's an original idea. Shot independently. That's true. And he did it himself. And, let's be clear, though. Ryan Coogler is a filmmaker. He did Black Panther 1 and 2. He made that bread. He got that Marvel bread. You know what I mean? So it was shot independently. Oh, yeah. Creed 1 and 2, listen, he got the chops.
Yeah, with the Creed.
Yeah. He's got the chops. He's a young man in his 30s, you know what I mean? But he shot this thing independently. He says, I'm gonna make the movie I want to make. And then he put it out there, who wants a piece of this? There was a big bidding war. Warner Brothers won. They won the bid, and with that bid, he gets the rights back to his film in 24 years. It was 25, but that was last year, So in 24 years, he's going to get the rights to his film back. He's going to own his film again. So just everything that did, it showed you that a horror film can run away with Oscar nominations. We've had Oscar nominations before, but this thing got nominated for more nominations in the Academy Awards, the Oscars, whatever you want to call it, in history. The most in history. If that's not impactful, if that's not more impactful than, forget any other black horror film, any other film in history. If that doesn't say anything, if that doesn't make a statement, I don't know what will. And then you look at the cinematography, you look at the costume design, everything they were wearing. It looked like you were transported back to the Jim Crow South. You know what I mean? Like the music in this thing, it was just an impactful, groundbreaking thing, and it showed creators like
man. The music,
absolutely, yeah.
Just showed how people connected.
Because that's how music is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it won Grammys. It won Grammys too a couple weeks ago. Probably 3 weeks ago now, but it also won Grammys. You know what I mean? So the movie just across the board is just a juggernaut. And it's showing it's a good thing for filmmakers, for all filmmakers coming up. Like, listen, I could do this. We have Ryan Coogler, who did XYZ. Now, listen, like I said, he came in doing other established IP. He did Fruitvale Station, but
people don't talk about that.
From there, but from there he tackled this established IP that he really cared about, Rocky, the Rocky franchise. That meant a lot to him and his pops. You know what I mean? That they loved watching Rocky together. After that, he tackled the Black Panther. You know, that meant something to him too. And he destroyed it. He had the privilege of working with the late, great Chadwick Boseman on that. And Michael B. You know, Michael B. Jordan is somebody he works with in most of his films. But then he comes around, he made his bones and he says, yo, I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to create something that's special to me and my pops, because he says him and his pops were also big fans of horror movies. And he says, I want to make a love letter to not only my pops, but to my uncle that I used to listen to the blues with. You know, that was his oldest uncle and everything. It's a real intimate story to him. And this is what happened. It's the auteurist vision. And these are the things that we need that Hollywood has gotten away from, because they're just chasing IP. There's so many dope creators with dope stories to tell that are not getting the time of day, because these guys are running around deriding. You know what I mean?
100%.
Oh, we got it. Yeah, they did. Like I can't stand it. It's disgusting. You know.
There's a lot of original concepts and content. I think that's why, like, you know, I know John Under the Floor, but he covers a lot of indie horror, and a lot of these big studios that rejecting scripts or films because, like you said, they're chasing IP. But what Ryan did was something absolutely incredible, man. So I love that, and that has to be, it's a defining moment for not only horror but especially the African American community
for filmmakers. Period. Yeah, African American filmmakers and filmmakers. Period. Because now listen. An auteurist vision can work. It can be successful. It can break records. It can do all of this stuff. You know what I mean? It can do it. Like, I want to see. I'm sorry for hogging the mic.
No, dude, listen, you're dropping some gold.
Killing it.
I'm sorry, but like Nia DaCosta, that girl from Brooklyn, she's from out here. She did Candyman. She did 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple. I would love to, and I just said this on somebody else's show the other day. I would love to see her do her Sinners, where she's telling her story, a story she wants to tell, you know? And, you know, when is she ever going to do it? You know, The Bone Temple didn't do, even though it's critically acclaimed, it didn't do too well at the box office, for whatever the case may be, you know? And Candyman, people talk about it, but that came out streaming.
Mike Swift. Your mic.
So,
oh, there you go. Go ahead. I hear you now. Was that me or you?
Calling me. These people don't know I'm on the stream. I gotta start slapping people around. So can you hear me now or no?
Yeah, we
can hear you.
I gotta go. It messed me up. I gotta exit and come back in because these things are not working now. This is what happens when people call me. Give me a sec. I'll be right back. You guys build. I want you guys to start cooking. I'll be right back. Because I can't hear nothing. I don't know if you guys can hear me.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Swift is gonna. Could you hear us now? I guess Swift is logging back out, logging back in.
Yeah.
All right. There we go. So Swift was on fire, man. I'm pissed off.
Hey, let Swift cook, bro.
Yeah, man. He's chefing up something nice for everybody.
On a roll tonight.
But no, I mean, he brought out a lot of valid points. Sinners. I mean, that
Sinners was iconic. I've watched it, I think, like 5 times. It's an amazing movie.
Swift.
I saw someone in the comments say it was like an experience. Sinners was like it was an experience.
I'm back.
Oh, hi,
You're back. Could you hear us, Swift? You was on fire. I don't even want to interrupt. I want you to continue from where you left off.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what I was talking about. No, the chick Nia DaCosta, man. I want to see her make her Sinners, and I'm not saying I want to see her remake Sinners. I'm talking about her original story from her brain. You know, so if got shut down by the Luna, I can bring it to that. says the Heat Maker. The Heat Maker says that in the comment section.
Listen, they just established, baby. Let's go. Continue. What do you got?
Yeah. But I want to see Nia DaCosta get to tell her story, like her untouched story, because I think she's a good storyteller. I think she's really good at what she does, but she's been getting these projects. You know, she tried to do the Marvel thing. She did that movie, The Marvels, and there was nothing that could help that movie. You know what I mean? Like, it didn't do good. She got the backlash for it. Which one?
I think it's also bad timing. Some of the movies that she's in. Yeah,
absolutely bad timing. You know, the pandemic. You know, all this type of stuff, man. They screwed everybody over with that. But yeah, there's so many dope. Look, Jordan Peele. Look at what Jordan Peele did. Like these black filmmakers have really been showing out. You know, they've been showing up and showing out, and applaud to them because they took these opportunities that they got, and they snatched the baton and they didn't give that stuff back. You know, so much love, salute, because they making some magic. Go ahead, guys. I want to hear you guys cook.
No, listen, I got to piggyback real quick on what you're saying with you're going back to Sinners and stuff like that. The one thing, I mean, there was many things to talk about, but what I loved about it is, I mean, it delivered a powerful message that focused on resilience and how you can overcome things, resilience, and the power of community just coming together. And that's something that we don't see enough of out here in general, everywhere you go, man. You know, we're divided. And it's because I feel like, my opinion, the system wants to keep people divided when in reality, right now, 2026, most of us are in the same position here, you know, and we have this 1%, not going to get political, no like that, but, you know, 1% that is in control of a lot. And there's a lot of distractions, a lot of division. Coming together and being united is the most important thing, I feel like, especially for times like now. And then going back, I know we're jumping from Sinners to Tales. Not trying to say anything with this, but going back to Tales from the Hood, talking about like accountability and what Rusty, oh my God, what's
Cundiff,
yeah,
Rusty Cundiff, yeah.
Basically, for justice, when the system fails, you have to take it in your own hands in a way. And I kind of feel like putting all this together between these two films, and that's why I love both of them so much, because it speaks sense. A lot of social commentary is still relevant, unfortunately, today. But it can be stopped, and that camaraderie in Sinners, that unity that we've seen, to me that was amazing. The best part about it, the community coming together. But I really enjoyed this movie. I want other people to speak on you know, films that stuck out to you. Killa B, we'll go around.
I was gonna say Sinners, but I didn't want to say Sinners. I have a hot take about Sinners. I don't know if I'm ready to say it yet, but
say it, bro.
As well.
Hold on.
Might as well.
I got my Pepsi complete.
I was just about to say, get your Pepsi.
It's not even I don't think it's
I got one left.
I don't think it's a hot take. But no, Swift, do you think Sinners is the greatest black horror film of all time? Do you think that? Because like you named, you know, a lot of accomplishments and, you know, a lot of things that, you know, behind the scenes that the film represented, and, you know, things that they were able to accomplish. You know, Ryan Coogler being able to get you know, the rights to the film and stuff like that, which never really happens in Hollywood. Yeah. So like, do you think, you know, all of those things combined, that's the greatest of all time?
I started to say no because I was thinking about entertainment value, which I was highly entertained, but there's other movies I like better. But when I re-listen to your question, I would say yes, just because of everything that it means. Because this is going to mean so much for every black horror film that comes out after it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So I impact wise, yes.
Impact wise, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but as far as my most enjoyable, I don't think so. I don't think so. I enjoyed it. I highly enjoyed it. I saw this thing 4 times at the movie theaters. I went with 4 different groups of friends. I really liked it. I liked it a lot. The movie was dope. But I think I've enjoyed other types of films. Other black horror films more. You know, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, it does. Okay.
So with that being said, Killa B. No, what's the hot take? What is it?
We need the hot take.
It's not a hot take.
Release the take.
You heard Brandon.
I would say that Sinners is the greatest of all time. I mean, longevity wise, it just came out last year, so you can't really look at that yet. But I do think that you know, this will be a film that will be looked at, maybe even studied in classes someday, just how the whole film process, you know, went. think that in 20 years, I think it'll be considered the greatest of all time. So, like I said, not really a hot take, but you know, when you start talking about greatest of all time, you know, people get in their little feelings or whatever. So, but that's what I would say is Sinners is the greatest of all time.
It's tough. I mean, that's not even a hot take. That's
what I said. It's not a hot take.
Look at the impact. What we were just talking about, the impact that this movie's made. So anybody can say what they want, but facts are facts. And Ryan Coogler made history with this film. And what you said about teaching in classroom, 100% agree with that. It really had this depiction of Jim Crow South and everything that was going on. And again, with the message being what it was, many messages in this film, it's deep and it's something that should be shown in classrooms down the line. But yes, it is 100% the most impactful Black film, in my opinion, as well. I mean, I enjoyed, like Swift said, I did enjoy some other. I keep going back to Tales from the Hood because it was just enjoyable. I really do, man. I really loved it. They made 3, but you know, like the other 2 weren't that bad. I think one was Keith David, the other was Scott. But the OG was my favorite. Get Out is another one that's really. Like what Jordan Peele did, we can't deny what his impact is on horror in general, but also specifically the Black community and film and Black actors and filmmakers in horror. What he's done with Get Out, with Us, and Nope. I wasn't a huge fan of Nope, but I appreciated it. I definitely loved Get Out and Us. Us was creepy. Oh my god. Yeah, it was,
I love everything Jordan Peele does.
Yeah, what do you think? All 3 of those. What do you think is the better of the 3? Which film?
Us.
Okay.
Let's Get Out for me. That was going to be my choice for my impactful film as well.
I was going to go to you. Yeah, let's talk about it, man. Let's talk to us. Get Out.
Yeah. So for me, I think Get Out kind of like laid the foundation as far as having an original idea that allowed Black characters to kind of take that main space while like being kind of combative against like white characters, you know? And so without Get Out, I don't think we really get like Sinners either. Like having a Black character be in a position of like not necessarily power, but being able to defend themselves and fight back and ultimately triumph over white characters, I think like laid the foundation for Sinners to come later on. And I think Get Out did it in a way that not only had that aspect, but its message was more, I think it was more like able to be understood by Black people and non-Black people in a way that some other films' messages don't necessarily get across if you're not in that community. Like watching Get Out, you can tell like, okay, they are taking over Black bodies, what that means, like, you know, literally what that means, right? But also it had other layers of like context and subtext as well. Like with the girlfriend, I forgot her character's name, but Allison Williams, right?
Yeah.
Like she kind of embodied like this whole like fetish towards like Black people that some non-Black people have, right? Like we have a whole pornographic category dedicated to Black male body parts, you know what I mean? And like being able to have that done in a way that was intelligent while also comedic, I think is a tough line to balance. And Jordan Peele did that like masterfully. And also like the parents, the grandparents, like there's just all these different layers, like, you know, that are still relevant today and have these things that have been like foundational with America. Like with the grandparent, the granddad wanted to take over the dude's body because he lost the race to Jesse Owens or whatever, right? Like we still have today like the 4 major sports, baseball, hockey, basketball, football. I've never heard of a hockey combine. I've never heard of a baseball combine, right? These 2 sports that are predominantly non-Black versus football and basketball, which the majority of those leagues are comprised of Black people. And they're measuring, their height, their weight, their arm length, how far they can jump, how high they can jump, how fast they run, all these physical attributes that foundationally can trace back to like slavery and slave auctions, and they're still present today. And like these teams have owners, you know what I mean? So we have the black labor and the owners of these teams, and these sports are so foundationally like ingrained in American culture and world culture that it still traces back to like slave roots. And I think Get Out was able to kind of comment on that in a way that was palatable to people that still, got the point across without being too like abrasive about it. And I think that went a long way to why it won like the best original screenplay, because it really found a way to balance those two things together.
That's very well said, Brendan.
I agree with you 100%.
No, go ahead.
Brandon cooked. Brandon was cooked.
Man, he was on I was
trying to be like you, bro. I'm trying to be like you.
Oh, man,
listen, I'm happy I went first. How am I going to follow that? I'm happy I went first.
Killa B,
my answer would have been a lot different if he would have went first. I would have been hiding in the corner somewhere,
This is why I just keep it short, sweet, get out the fucking way,
Yeah, that's a dope point.
Brian,
what's that, Jimmy?
Oh, you're gonna say something? I know.
Oh no, I was just saying you guys are killing it. That's all.
No, man, between Swift and Brendan right now, man, I'm just sitting here. I'm like, oh my god, you guys are on fire. Great point, honestly, Brendan, and he did it so well. Like you said, masterfully put it together and blended that, and it's like he was touching on, I guess, subtle racism in a way from non-black individuals, Caucasian males and females, and like they were studying, like you said in this movie, like they were studying. What's his? Daniel. Forgot his last name.
Daniel Kaluuya.
Yeah.
By the way, he would honestly my favorite black lead in any film. I love Tony, but what he did in this film really was incredible. Just his acting, his mannerisms, the whole film. So for me personally, that's my favorite black lead. But like the whole movie itself, I got a little article here I took out because I was thinking about this, and Jordan Peele and what he said in one of the interviews. He stated that writing Get Out from the beginning, he wrote it during the beginning of the Obama administration. The election of a black man into the White House ushered in what Peele calls the post-racial lie. The notion that since we finally had a black president, that racism was, of course, finally over as well. This, of course, is not the case. He said racism is still a powerful beast that stomps all over the world, and especially our nation. Peele describes racism as a demon, the American monster. This is why Get Out it's subtle how it delivers things, and it comments on race. And clearly it's there, but there's no character being overtly in your face racist because that isn't the type of racism that is most prevalent in society today. The dominant form is subtle. It's under the surface, but it's there like the roots of the earth, he says. And then also interviewing Daniel Kaluuya, he said that what drew him to the project was the script. It accurately described what it feels like to be in that environment, to be in a racist environment. This is perhaps, he says, the most important theme of the movie in this article. The greatest gift that Jordan Peele gives us with this film is experience the feeling that he and many other black men and women feel on a daily basis. Everyone can say, racism is bad. It's not hard to spot injustice, but to feel it, that's something entirely different. And then, he talks about the sunken place. That symbolizes is very deep, symbolizing the silencing of black voices and experience, where no matter how hard we scream, he says, where the system silences us. Jordan Peele put this together so well. It was definitely a film, and I want to say in 2017, we talk about it, but this film right here changed the game when we seen it, and we started seeing that once again. The doors of horror opened up again with some killer films, but I think it started right here with Get Out. And I compare it a lot, like you said, Brendan, too. They compare it a lot to Sinners and how much of an impact this movie had. But really, really good points there, Brendan. I don't want to take too much time here and go on a rant. Killa B, I know you were talking. You had said Sinners as well, correct? Or was there another one on the list?
No, it would be Sinners for me. I think if you know a lot about the music industry, you can see how Sinners definitely it kind of compares to the music industry a lot. You know, people trying to come in, steal music, which you can tie back to slavery also. So Sinners is very layered. You know, it's not just a horror film. It's not just a black film. It's, you know, a Western. It's a periodic, a period piece type of thing. Sinners is very, very layered. But you know, to Brandon's point, Get Out, it definitely opened the door for Sinners, I would say. But you know, to take it back, I would say Night of the Living Dead definitely opened the door for, you know, Get Out, even though indirectly, you know, because like Swift said, George Romero wasn't looking for a black lead. You know, he just happened to be the best actor that day. But you know, you have this black man on screen defeating these zombies who happen to be white. But that was just something to see in 1968. So I think that, you know, all of these things are connected, you know.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
100%.
And I want to piggyback off of something that Brandon said that I hadn't considered until he said it. Get Out, it achieved everything that it achieved without really pulling people racially. And something that I learned after Sinners came out was that a lot of people that were non-black were complaining like, "Oh, this movie's racist." You know, this movie is promoting a certain type of anti Caucasian, you know, message and everything like that. And I didn't agree with that. I would always debate people. I'm like, this is a film that took place in the Jim Crow South. Like, this was a real time in American history. Mm-hmm. Oh, well, why didn't they just let them come in and play? Because they explained in the movie, they said, yeah, we let them come in and somebody steps on the boot or somebody looks at the girl and now we got different problems, you know? Like, everything was explained in there. They as deep as Ryan Coogler got with the film, he also was baby feeding you, you know, feeding you the spoon of baby food. So you couldn't have any way to think from a racial perspective. Like, I heard a guy that I really respect a lot, Chris Gore, and I started thinking different about him. Like, yo, he's not a deep thinker, because when Sinners came out, he was saying, oh, why did you know, they're pushing anti-white, you know, with the scene with the Klan when they came, you know, the next morning. And they're like, yo, what are you talking about? They were Klan and they came there. They sold this thing, you know, the fat dude sold this place to the twins, and then he was coming back to steal it back. He had taken the money and he was coming back to not only exterminate them, but to steal the shit back, which is something that, if you don't understand, that goes beyond race.
Yeah.
If you buy something from somebody and they come and take that shit and you're gonna lay down and take it, you a sucker. And I don't know anybody that would do that shit. They don't curse. I'm sorry. If you think that you're supposed to just lay down and let somebody take something that you paid for, you have to reevaluate your life. And if you're a man, you got to reevaluate your heart, your balls, and your manhood. Because anybody who thinks that, oh, he shouldn't get his comeuppance off of somebody that's trying to play him like that, and you're gonna say, oh, you know, this is racial. No, it goes beyond race. Anybody that's trying to do that, you should fight back for yours against. You know what I mean? And then they were like, yo, but these guys were Klan. They were coming to assassinate him, to kill him, you know, whatever. He's like, oh, well, why weren't they wearing the hoods? Well, you know, we can say why this, why that about everything, but you're looking for reasons to try. And I was very disappointed with Chris Cole, because like you're looking for reasons to shit on this movie. Like,
yeah.
And I really changed the way I thought about him a little bit, about his perspective of movie. Like, he couldn't really differentiate things. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I
feel how you want to feel. That your opinion is your opinion. I'm not going to tell you how to think. But if this movie was spoon feeding the audience while still being deep. If you can't pick up what this movie's putting down after being spoon fed, there's nothing that's gonna help you. Like you need to reevaluate the way you watch movies, the way you think. And I may be wrong. People may disagree with me. I just think everything in there was explained. Everything was explained in this film. You know what I mean? And he's like, oh, well, why were the white guys the vampires? Well, you watch the rest of the movie, all of the vampires were black, Chinese, white, everything. And they were all together. So what are you talking about? Like, you playing games and you're playing these freaking shenanigans. Like, stop, man. And everybody, oh, get over racism, all of this is still going on. Like, you could say get over something that happened 10 years ago, but if something happened to me 2 weeks ago, you telling me get over it, drop dead. You know what I mean? Like, come on, let's start thinking like human beings over here. Let's start thinking about human beings.
Let's call it what it is, man. Because like, if somebody hasn't experienced certain things, it's easy for somebody to say, "Well, stop this and stop that." But if it happens to them, then it's like,
now the world got to stop.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, until you've experienced something, don't talk about it, and don't tell people what it is if you don't know what you're talking about. And
especially when it's still happening. When it's still happening, bro. Like, these things are still happening today. And listen, I'm not a victimhood mentality dude. I'm not like that at all. I don't tell anybody. I'm like, because everybody knows I came from boxing. So if I know this guy's best weapon is his left hook, and I know that, and I get knocked out with the left hook, I'm stupid. I should get knocked out. So if I know I'm coming against Killa B and his left hook is killer, you know what I'm doing? I'm gluing my right hand to my head, and this is not moving here all night long. This is not moving all night long. You know what I mean? Right. So if you know the system, then you got to finesse a way to work around it. So I don't agree with the victimhood stuff, but let's be for real. You're saying get over something that's still happening today. Get over it like it happened. Oh, that was 400, 500 years ago, whatever. Listen, there's nonsense still going on today. Whoever's still pumping this today, they need to get over it. So it goes both ways. And I'm not a racial guy. I don't do this race baiting stuff, all of this type of things.
Mama Swift is damn like
yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Well, Ma, wait till I get down there, Ma. Wait till I get down there. I got something for you. I'm gonna learn you something. I'm gonna go down and get pop out.
To go off something you said, about how come I think you said how come the white guys wasn't vampires or something like that.
He said why were they vampires? Why?
Yeah. That scene where all of them were outside, there was a lot of vampires. They were all dancing and stuff like that. Everybody was included.
Absolutely.
That was one of my favorite scenes in the film. But it showed everybody, being vampires coming together. So he, everybody got their point of view. So
absolutely, yeah. And you got your right to it, but when you're making a debate and you're standing on you want to stand on some stuff. Oh, I'm standing on this hill, I'm going to die on it. Then you better know what you're talking about, because everything you're saying, anybody with a brain could just, it don't take much to think. It don't take a scholar to say, yo, listen, what you're saying doesn't make sense.
He missed
yes, there you go. Yeah. There you go. And right here, under the floorboards, John says, people also just have to stop pretending that generational trauma doesn't exist. Facts. It does exist. Mm-hmm. And again, being that we know that, we're more equipped to try to get around it. If somebody tells you, yo, listen, you go around the corner over there, somebody's got a gun and he's facing this way, then you go the other way and come from behind him. Like, what are we doing? You're going to walk in front of him? Oh, he's got a gun. Nah, you go around the other way, come behind him, and you take that stuff. I was almost cursed. Sorry. Listen, like they say, there's more than one way to skin a cat. There's more than one way to get ahead. You know what I mean? If you're not cheating, you ain't trying.
You guys are cooking. Brendan, great points. Killa B, Swift, you guys are all phenomenal. Paige, I want to give you the floor now too. Paige, what do you think, in your opinion, the most impactful Black horror film is?
I'm always gonna say Candyman. That movie terrified me as a child, but also watching it as in an older age, you realize that it is about like racism. He was in love with a white woman. They killed him, and it really like it. What's the words I'm looking for? Like What's the word? What's that word? Monsterized? Demonized. How they demonize like black male bodies and stuff. So I think Candyman's very impactful in that way. So, you know, send the white woman to the urban area, blah, blah, blah. I've always loved that movie. So,
Paige, I agree with you. If I said somebody's name in the mirror and some 6 foot something black man popped up behind me, I'd probably be scared.
Oh, man. Like, how did this just happen? That gave me an idea for a skit. I'm not going to talk about it. I got an idea.
Write it down. No, Candyman's impactful in its ways.
Yeah, awesome. Do me a favor, pull up that comment that Rob just put.
I'm trying to get to the comments. Oh, let me see what we got here. Yeah. We're a little behind on the
what he said was big. Yeah. Okay. All right. So yeah, you do it. Do it how you do it.
Okay. No, I got you. We're gonna get there. I want to go back and see some of the comments. I don't even know where we left off on this because you guys were on fire, chefing it up, chefing something nice up over here. Candyman's up there for me. Pretty Killer Podcast. Jordana.
Oh, we got Jordana in the house. What's up? What is up? Upstate New York in the house. What's up?
All right. Yeah. Think a lot can come from sinners, and I can't wait to see what may come. Yaya says, talking about sinners.
Yeah, because like Killa B said, the movie's layered. There's so many layers to it, and there's so many messages in it, you know?
You got to watch that multiple times. Don't just watch it.
You do. Every time I watch it, another light bulb goes off. I'm like, oh.
Yeah. Big Jen, she enjoyed Get Out. Yeah, Get Out was good. Get Out didn't divide people like how Sinners did, you know?
Sissy's another. That's a recent one. That too.
Sissy. Yeah. I haven't seen it. I heard about it. I heard about it, but I haven't seen
it. Yeah, that's a good watch.
It's on my watch list.
Get Out, I like more than Sinners.
Yeah.
And also everybody, go check out. You know, I've been plugging Double Feature Podcast, but check out the show that they just did on Sunday that just passed. They did a live stream on Sunday. It was the best. I forget the title, but it was like the best unknown black horror films. Like you know it was. I think that was the name of the title. I'm sorry if I'm butchering it, but that was a dope informative video as well. Check them out. That was on Sunday.
Johnny Sparks, does anyone see The Brother from Another Planet, 1984?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I seen it, but I saw it when I was a kid. I don't remember it, but I do remember it. Yeah.
No,
I don't remember the movie, but I remember watching it. Yeah.
You remember watching it?
Yeah. No, Tubi. Mama Swift got it on Tubi. Now I got to watch it.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. The Brother from Another Planet. Yeah.
That's it. Anything on Tubi, I'm going to give it a go.
Wolf Mama Swift.
Okay. Zombies of Sugar Hill. She got all
Sugar Hill. And let's not forget about the movie Sugar Hill from, I think it was 1974.
Yeah, it was
1970.
Yeah,
1974. Sugar Hill. It was a movie about a girl named Sugar. Her last name was Hill. I forget the first name. And her lover, was it her husband? Or mobsters murdered her boyfriend or husband, or her lover, whoever, her partner, whoever it was. Mobsters murdered him. So she went to like a voodoo priest, and he brought zombies back, and she got her revenge. So everybody check that out. Sugar Hill.
Was Pam Grier in that, or am I thinking of something else?
Yeah, you're thinking about Scream, Blackula Scream.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Pam Grier was in Scream,
the
Blackula
voodoo
Scream.
thing. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is a hot take here. I don't know. Joe in the building. Joe Fierro, Candyman. I don't know.
What guy wants to see about it? Oh boy.
Myself.
Holy moly. The giveaway was the parents saying they voted for Obama twice. And what they were saying, it wasn't matching up on how the brother was acting. That was Get Out. Yeah, Get Out.
Yeah, that's like one of those microaggressions, right? Where we think that someone's being an ally when really behind the scenes they're not rocking with you, bro. You know, like I knew a lot of people in college who, like we were friends or whatever, but like it was very apparent that they would never ever tell like any of their friends or their family about me and whatnot. That it was a secret kind of thing. Like I am cool with you, but I know that my family and the way that I was raised, they would not be cool with you. So it's like I'm an ally, but I'm not really, because there's that hard stop there where if I got to choose between standing up for you or standing up to my family, it's going to be family every time.
Exactly.
Which is great.
Yeah.
That's absolutely fucking insane. Just even think about
that's what they call fair weather friends, you know?
Right. Right.
Yeah.
They just haven't built up the strength to tell their parents, yo, listen, the way you're thinking is wrong. You know, and a lot of people have that problem, you know, after they're grown, you know, telling their parents, listen, you know, it's all about discourse, right? And if you just know your parents are ignorant, I'm sure you probably just wouldn't try to have the conversation. But I like what Joe Fierro just said right now, that he says he liked the skeleton key and it felt connected to Get Out, which I can see that. If everybody remembers the skeleton key, 2005 with Kate Hudson. And that was a film that took place in Louisiana, New Orleans. I think it was the French Quarter, maybe. And it was a similar thing. It was similar to Get Out, but it was more like hoodoo rituals and stuff like that. Dope film.
Yeah, I never seen the skeleton key. I know
it was like early 2000s, right?
Yeah, 2005. Yep.
Thank you, Joe, for that. All right.
Yeah. That was a fire right there.
Enemy Territory, the third film, has a strange connection to Candyman. Same apartment complex. Kind of the reason for it.
Enemy Territory. The vampires got to get the ghost. I saw that movie. Movie's dope. Ray Parker Jr. Everybody who loves Ray Parker Jr., you love that song Ghostbusters. Hey, Ma, how you doing? If you love that song Ghostbusters by Ray Parker Jr., he played in Enemy Territory. It took place in a housing project here in New York City. And the name of the gang in the housing project was the Vampires, and Tony Todd was the leader, and he wanted to get the ghost. The ghost was the white guy. That was I forgot what he was doing. He was there selling some type of, I don't know if he's selling insurance or what he was doing. And he got caught up, you know, the wrong place at the wrong time. He's stuck in the projects. Jan Michael Vincent is in there as a crippled veteran, and he's gun crazy. You know, it was a fun watch. Enemy Territory, check them out.
Check that out, Enemy Territory. John on the
1987 or 88, I believe.
You have to watch that.
Got it. Look at this. John says, I think in the remake of Night of the Living Dead was so much more intentional, showing cops killing the black guy, or in Dawn of the Dead, where the first place the government goes in low-income areas and killing. Yeah.
Straight to the projects.
Straight in there. Dawn of the Dead in 78 did that.
Yeah,
Romero he's always been a real one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
I learned people want to be dense on purpose.
Yeah.
I mean, 100%. Rob says, anytime a white person yells racism, they automatically lose all credibility with me. 100%. I mean,
it's just not a good.
Dude.
Does it exist? Yes, it does exist. All these things exist, but it's just not a good. It's not going to be received well by whoever's listening.
Oh yeah, that's what he said earlier, John. I'm trying to get to some of the comment. Rob says Sinners does a really good job of explaining how Remick sees things, and it makes sense from his point of view, even if it's not right.
And listen, it wasn't wrong. He just happened to have this virus of vampirism. It wasn't wrong. He's like, yo, I want to see my people again. You know, it's actually parallel to the African American experience. He's like, yo, my people, I'm separated from my people, which is what happened when the slaves were brought over here. They're separated from their people. And anybody who knows anything about history, Jimmy, you know, I went to Ireland a couple of years ago. You remember that? You know, anytime I travel, I do a lot of traveling. Anybody that don't know me, I do a lot of traveling. And every time I travel, I do cultural things because I like to learn and I like history and I like all that type of stuff. But I knew this before I went to Ireland, but anybody who knows anything about Ireland and their history with England and everything like that, England was trying to exterminate the Irish. So it's there's parallels between what was happening with Europe and the slaves that they were bringing over, trying to just work them down. Then after they couldn't be slaves anymore, now it's extermination. Or let's just, anytime we see a slave, if he's free, we're gonna take him to a place where they're not free, and we're gonna slave him out again. It was, this disgusting predatory thing, but that's what England was doing to the Irish. And to this day, the Irish, their population in 2026 is still nothing compared to before the genocide that happened in, I think it was the 1700s. I'm kind of shoddy with the years right now, but like the potato famine and all that type of stuff, they tried to exterminate these people. You know what I mean? So
why does it always got to be the British? Why does it always have to be? I'm not saying. Yeah. I'm just saying. Like, think about it. We had
the kingdom was crazy,
and they tried. Like, oh my god. Anyway, I'm not saying nothing more.
Tiny ass island has fucked up a lot of stuff for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Remick wasn't that different than he had been through the same things, and we don't know how long he's been around because he's a vampire. So we don't know how far before that his story started. But his whole thing was, listen, I want to reconnect with my people. And, anybody could understand that.
Outside of him being a vampire, he wasn't a bad guy.
Yeah, he wasn't. He wanted to reconnect. He's like, this music is going to reconnect me with my people. Yeah. He says, and in the same time, you're all going to be my people. And we're going to live in bliss and happiness and this and that. He wasn't bad. Which is another reason it worked so well, because anybody that watches these films, when you got a bad guy who you can understand what he's talking about, it makes for quite an interesting character. Because I don't want him to win, but he's not all the way wrong. He's kind of right. So it creates a dichotomy that it pulls you back and forth as the film goes on. I'm talking too much. I'm sorry, guys. You guys.
No. You cooking, but the best villains are the ones who believe they're doing the right thing.
Yes, there you go. See, he said it way back. That's why I need to shut up.
Like MO now, you know what I mean? Like, whether it's Remick, Killmonger, what's the name, Namor from the second Black Panther. Like, he does a good job of having these villains where you can understand where they're coming from, even though they're killing people.
Exactly.
Yeah. Slaughtering people.
Like you have sort of compassion. Oh, he's not that bad of a killer. It's
Mm-hmm.
He does a great job with that, and that's why that's one of the reasons why this movie was so damn good. Between the writing, the cinematography, everything in general.
Everything.
It's enough about Sinners and going back to even Get Out and just filmmakers in general, African American filmmakers. So let's talk about that, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Who's your favorite Black filmmaker?
Jordan Peele.
I'd probably say Peele too. Peele or Coogler, because I think both of those guys, every single movie they made has been a great movie. So if I had to choose between them, I'd probably give Peele the slight edge. I think his films, his screenplays, I think have a little bit more. What's the word I'm looking for? Subtext, maybe. That just, you got to rewatch things over and over again to really pull out every morsel of information that he's trying to leave in there. And Coogler is like right behind him. Don't get me wrong; it's like maybe 1A, 1B, but I'll give Peele the nod, especially coming from like a sketch comedy background to be able to pivot to being this respected filmmaker making these prestige films. I think is a testament to his skill.
It's impressive. No, 100%. I'm with you on that with Peele as well. Considering also within our genre and horror genre, to have three, I want to say two bangers. I love Get Out and Us, and Note was good. Just really wasn't. It was just, I don't know. For me, it was a slow burn, maybe.
Even his Candyman was great.
Candyman. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. And the remake of the Candyman. Yeah, that was a that was another solid film. And it's hard. Like when you think about, again, touching on a movie that has been that impactful and something, performance, Tony Todd's performance in that, even Virginia Madsen's, like it was hard to do, but he did a tremendous job at telling that Candyman story. And actually, I felt the recent Candyman actually was a little more in depth. It got a little more in depth than what it did in the OG in '92. As much as I love '92, and I'll take that over, the 2022, I think it was. Still, there was more story there with that one. So that was a good point, Paige. Thank you. Okay, so we got filmmaker wise, Killa B. What do you have?
I got Coogler. Cool. For me personally.
It's right there. Like Brendan, to your point, man, it's neck and neck between Coogler and Peele. Paige, who'd you say? You said Peele?
Jordan Peele, yeah.
Okay, Peele. Swift, who do you got?
This is tough. I guess it's a little unfair because of the difference in tenure. But I don't know. As far as range, I would like to say Spike Lee, but I can't say it because I didn't see The Sweet Blood of Jesus. That horror film that he made. I haven't seen that, so I don't. But like his range, just all the films that Spike Lee's done, he's like strong in so many different genres. But we're talking about horror. I haven't seen Spike Lee's horror movie. I don't know if any of you guys have seen it. So I'm going to have to say Ryan Coogler, only because, not to discount Jordan Peele, but Nope, I wasn't crazy about Nope. It wasn't for me. I loved Get Out. Us. I gotta watch Us again. I saw that at the movies and I wasn't crazy about it. Ryan Coogler, I liked everything he put out, banger after banger after banger after banger after banger. So I gotta give him the edge. I do have to watch Us and Nope again.
Us is so good.
Yeah, I didn't really like Us. I really didn't like it. It wasn't for me, and neither was Nope. Nope wasn't really for me either.
Nope was...
I liked some stuff from it, but
oh god,
Tyler Perry.
Nemo.
Come on, Nemo. Tyler Perry.
Hey, you like what you like. No judgment.
How is Tyler Perry?
Tyler Perry. I mean,
how were those Medea horrors? How were those?
Yeah, it's Medea horrors. I guess.
Boo. What was it called? Boo and Boo 2?
Medea goes retreating.
Yeah, I used to know a girl called Boo 2.
Boo 2.
Yeah.
Well, was that the second one? Anyway, I'm not gonna get.
That episode of Atlanta where they where he makes fun of Tyler Perry, that is high quality stuff.
I just don't think I got it in my mind is what Tony Yayo recently said about Tyler Perry and somebody in. Anyway, I'm not.
Yayo.
Oh,
the Hughes Bros, the Hughes brothers. Yo, who directed Eve's Bayou? Who did that? You remember?
Bro, Joe. Good stuff, Joe.
Yeah, Joe is dropping some fire too. Eve's Bayou. Who directed that? You remember? I used to know. I can't remember.
I'm gonna have to look it up.
And also, who directed? What's the movie with Kadeem Hardison? Everybody, with that demoness. It was called. Shoot, I didn't write it down because I always know the name of it. I could never forget it, and now I don't remember it.
Casey Lemons, the director.
Okay, all right.
There's
Casey that Lemons. Movie with Kadeem Hardison, man. It's with that. She's a demoness. She's a girl. It's called Death by Temptation. Anybody ever see Death by Temptation? What you guys think about that?
I've never seen the film.
I haven't seen it either.
When did that come out?
That came out like 1990, 1989. Yeah, thanks, Mom.
Yeah, if it's Kadeem Hardison, it got to be in the 90s. I haven't heard that name in ages.
Duane. Yeah, Casey Lemons.
Let's see. Okay, so we got Candyman. I was looking over here. Yeah, we touched on a lot. You know what? We didn't talk a lot about the People in the Stairs movie. I really enjoyed that film back in the 91.
Oh yeah, James Bond. Yeah,
that was another cool. The main character,
Wes Craven. Yeah, Wes Craven.
That's a
Wes Craven classic.
Yeah, man. That's like underrated as hell, man.
I don't think it's underrated. I think everybody rates it high. It's probably under discussed, maybe, but anybody you talk to, nobody's gonna front on that film.
Peele's talking about he's doing a remake. I think Peele's doing a remake of that film. That I can't wait for. Yeah, that I'm excited about to see what he does with it. I mean, the characters in that damn film. Oh my god, just I was just thinking of the damn gimp suit, man. This guy, I'm daddy, these two incest people that financial kids, and it's wild. You just gotta watch this one. We haven't seen people under the stairs, and Ving Rhames is over the top. I think some of the things he was saying was over the top. Yeah, it's I don't know. I really enjoyed this movie and how it concluded too. Again, talking about community coming together. I love the ending too when the people from under the stairs came out from under the stairs and took out the mom. It was a good film. It was a fun watch. There was some things in there. It was like they blended comedy in it as well. I used to good
precursor for Scream.
Yeah, it's good for me. You're Vader on the team. We used to. Funny story, just real quick. So in Queens, in New York, and anybody living in New York, I was living on a couple occasions with Vader in Palmanock housing. And
shout out to Vader.
Shout out to Vader if he's watching right now. I'm gonna send this clip. So we were in the projects in Palmanock, and we were shouting down what Daddy said right through the fucking out the window. So everybody in the complex can hear him like, "I'm gonna kill you," as I would go down. We're screaming like, what's going on in the hallways? Like he would, we didn't have the gift. We're not running through the damn like that, but it's like screaming. People are like, what the hell's going on? It's just lines from that film, but it was over the top, man. I just had memories on that, just seeing this, and then going to the library. I mean, you could rent movies for those that are as old as I am. You could rent movies from the Yes, I said the library.
Yeah,
you could get some movies from that. And I would get, different watch VHS. Yeah, back then. And this was one of them, man. People Under the Stairs was
good times.
Yeah, it was a good time. Yeah, man. So when you didn't have enough to go to the video store, you go over there, use your library card. Only a 2-day rental on that shit, and they weren't even new releases. Jesus, but it was good stuff back then. So that's one movie that really stands out. Yeah. But so we talk about underrated hidden gems. What do you guys think is the most underrated black film?
Oh shit!
Damn, this is some strong stuff right here.
Let's
see.
I'm trying to think.
That's a hard question.
Yeah,
it is.
Rob Humphrey. I'm not a fan of people that say. I think people give it a pass because of the stuff. I don't think so. Rob. I mean, listen, Rob, you saying you're not a fan, that doesn't really mean anything because man,
Rob is a rough crowd.
But Rob, you're a rough crowd, like Swift said. Yeah, 100%. But I mean, nostalgia is a big reason why people like give certain movies and things in general a pass. But
let's see.
John says crazy as hell. Underrated.
Okay, crazy as hell. Okay. Antebellum I did not see. Did anybody see Antebellum? I heard that's supposed to be really good.
Yeah, that's with Janelle Monáe, I think.
Yeah.
I never seen it, but I heard a couple of things about it.
Let's see. Underrated.
100% double feature. I can't wait. I'm excited about that.
I feel like not a lot of people talk about The Woman in the Yard. I recently watched that one, and I actually really liked it.
What did you think of it? Overall,
I liked it.
I didn't see the.
It was about this.
Sleep by Swift.
With
that film. Talk about
The Woman in the Yard. It's a good movie. It's like a psychological thriller or whatever.
Mhm.
This family, they're in their house and the father had passed away and the mom never told the kids the actual reason. But this woman is like, I guess she kind of represented the dark side of the mom, and she just crept her way into the house and like anywhere like the sunlight was or shadow was, and it's a good movie. It's a good movie. You have to watch it. The ending is crazy. It's like you think something's gonna happen, and then thank God it doesn't happen. But it's a good movie. It's a good movie.
I agree with Rob. I wasn't too fond of it. There were a lot of things in it that worked, and there was a lot that just didn't work for me. Woman in the Yard was crazy. Yeah. I wasn't too fond of it. I felt it had a lot of potential that it didn't live up to. I'll say that. I think the acting was good, but it just didn't connect for me.
I gotta watch it because I put one of your numbers, man. I was watching it and I fell asleep like 10 minutes in.
It's like the twins say right now. It's a great take on grief. Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely. Yeah, it's definitely like trauma and grief and everything like that. It's heavy.
It is.
Definitely give it a watch now. I gotta watch it earlier in the day so I don't end up passing. But Paige, I got that. I'm gonna listen. I have a couple movies that you guys were dropping here. So Mama Flip was dropping some gold as well earlier. So I gotta go back in this chat and get some.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
She probably put JD's Revenge in there. JD's Revenge, 1976. Oh, let's not forget to talk about a legend, in my opinion, in black horror. And Johnny mentioned him earlier when we were talking. Keith David.
Oh, man, how do we talk about Keith David?
Yeah. John Carpenter's The Thing, 1982. He was 1988. John Carpenter's They Live. He was in Tales from the Hood.
The second
part 2. Part 2. And we were talking about Spawn earlier. Keith David was actually Spawn in the HBO's animated version, which was the dopest version of Spawn. I know everybody liked the movie and stuff like that, but the dopest version of Spawn that's not in the books to me was Keith David on HBO's animated series of Spawn, 1997.
Yeah, see,
they ran, I think, it ran 3 seasons, and it was dope. It was killing. It was unaliving. It was all of that type. It was gangster.
Nemo,
it was brutal. It was crazy.
Princess and the Frog.
For the what?
I was Nemo said something that reminded me of a movie, but it's okay.
Yeah, no. Yeah, what you said with Keith David, I got friends on the other side.
Yeah.
Okay. What movie did you?
It's a Disney movie.
Right up our alley.
It's funny because like I just watched the movie with my daughter a couple of days ago, so that's why it's funny that she brought that up.
Okay. You sure you watched what she wrote? Yeah, Killa B.
Yes, my daughter was watching it.
Oh no. Keith David is the
Under
only
the floorboards.
Every part of my life. Also absolutely amazing guy to meet.
That's dope. Yeah. That's dope. Yeah, Keith David is that dude, man. He's that dude. It was also Tom McFarlane. Yeah.
He was a Nope too.
Yes, indeed. As far as underrated or slept on black films, I'm really drawing a blank, but I gotta say one that I really enjoyed was The Blackening. If anybody has seen that. Has anybody seen the Blackening? Jermaine Fowler, he killed it in there. They had a dope cast in there too, man. I really enjoyed that film. Everybody thought it was going to be something like Scary Movie. It was funny, but it was also a fun horror movie. The Blackening, I would say that was from 2022 as well. Anybody, if you haven't seen The Blackening, go check it out. It takes place during like Juneteenth weekend or something like that. So a bunch of friends, they were all college friends or something like that. They all got together for Juneteenth weekend. They got an Airbnb. They said, yo, let's go hang out and let's reminisce on old times and let's reconnect and see how everybody's doing. And then something that they didn't expect starts happening.
Yeah, no, good stuff. Yeah, definitely got to take a look at that movie. Rob Humphrey. Even if Rob agrees, you know it has to be good. The Blackening film.
Yeah.
Black as Night.
Black as Night.
To watch.
Black as Night. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I hate to dip out, y'all, but my laptop's about to die, and I don't have a plug anywhere near me. So,
Brandon, thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming on, man. Plug what you got going on, bro.
Yeah. Well, first, thanks for having me. It's always great.
Thank you.
Kicking it with y'all. So what I got going on right now, season 3 finale is dropping next week on Terrorific. So I've been going through the VHS franchise, ranking every single segment to determine the best of them all. So VHS Halloween's the last on the list. After that, I'm gonna take a couple months off, in between seasons, and then trying to think about what I want to do for season 4. Prior seasons, if you want to check those out, season 1, I ranked all the saw traps from all 10 films, and season 2, the theme was horrible host and haunted house guest. So I covered movies such as The Conjuring 1 and 2, Insidious, X, His House, things like that. So all that's available wherever you get your podcast, as well as on YouTube. So feel free to check it out.
Good stuff, Brandon. I appreciate your time, man. Thank you very much.
You got busy tonight, man. Thank you for joining us. Thank you so much.
And listen, while you got a couple months off, you could always welcome to come back on, man.
Hey, I'm down. I'm down. Let's do it.
We got to get you in some skits too, man. Your skits. This guy, check him out.
I've been writing the script for my next one. It's gonna be Jigsaw as a rapper. So I wrote my bars and everything. So I'll probably drop that in the next couple of weeks. So
that's funny. That's funny.
Yeah. That would be a dope rap thing, Jigsaw.
Yeah.
We're coming together. Weather the storm. I don't know. Yo, come on, Brandon. Drop a quick 16. Anyway, you said you writing a rap. Jigsaw. You come on.
I'm still tweaking like the timing of the rap to the beat. So once I get that figured out, then I'm trying to make it an actual rap too, while being funny, but also have some bars in there too. So it takes some time to get there.
You want to drop a quick 8 real quick before you go?
I do not.
We'll get you next time. No, but seriously, man, anytime, man, you're more than welcome to come on. And if you live closer to us, we would definitely have you. We got to get a skit going, man, for sure. But I know your laptop is not.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for your time, Brendan. Terrific podcast.
Y'all.
You got it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Catch y'all next time. Fear Circuit, what it do, baby?
Fear Circuit, the Almighty.
All right, y'all. Have a good night.
Good night.
All right, have a good night.
Oh man, Rob Humphrey getting jiggy saw. Rob Humphrey
getting jiggy saw. Getting jiggy saw.
That's funny.
I really was hoping he dropped a quick 8. I was ready to go. We're gonna go around the room. And
I gotta plug my thing in, so I'll be right back. You guys keep going. I'm gonna plug my stuff in real quick.
Okay, gotcha. We were talking about underrated, underrated black horror movies. I think Swift said. I think Swift went Killa B. What do you got?
That's a hard question. There's a film called Black Box that came out in 2020, I think. That was really good. I don't really see a lot of people talk about that. It has something to do with memory loss, and the main guy in the film, he lost his wife and his memory in a car accident. He was a single dad. It was a really good film, I think. It had Felicia Rashad in it, who's from the Cosby Show. It was like a psychological horror film. So,
Black Box.
I'm not sure where it's streaming at, but should check it out if you haven't seen it before.
Is it on Netflix? I could have sworn it was on there. I'm gonna find out.
I don't know what it's on, but it's it's a good film to check out.
No, it is. No, 100%. That was a guy. I seen that movie. I just forgot where the hell I seen it. Might have been. I will drop it in there. Good. Listen, that was a good choice, Killa B. Swift is back. Welcome back. Paige.
Yes, sir.
Underrated black film.
Oh, The Woman in the Yard.
Oh yeah, that's right. You said The Woman in the Yard. Yeah, I got to still watch. Like I said, I fell asleep. Swift,
Yeah.
we're gonna watch. I'm gonna give that a go. I
haven't seen it yet.
You haven't seen it either yet?
Yeah, not yet.
It started like it was a slow burn. Is that?
It was. It was.
Yeah, that's why. That's probably why I just
I
did.
almost lost my interest, but then I kept watching it. It's like it had potential. It has good potential. It's good. The ending, interesting.
No, definitely 100%. I got a whole bunch here. Every week I find new movies I'm throwing on this list here. So I guess the final. I'm never gonna get to all these. It started. No, seriously, it started with watching the In Search of Darkness documentaries, and then after watching that, I mean, it took me a while to finish those docs, but watching that started making this list and going down the line, and it was just like, oh my god, how many movies? I got a composition notebook, okay, with full of movies, man. I realized how many films I did not see. So there's just not enough time in the day. Sometimes I feel like not enough hours in a day, days in a week, weeks in a month, months in a year. We need more time.
It's not at all.
Yeah.
Ganja and Hess. You see this Ganja and Hess? I actually think that's the inspiration for Spike Lee's The Sweet Blood of Jesus. This film right here, Ganja and Hess.
Valerian Sky is a good choice right there. Yep. I think it was at 70 something. I could have sworn it was 76.
I think it was 76 or something like that. Yeah, I think it was.
So my last question here is, what do you think the most? I mean, we talked about the most impactful movie, but what about a moment? Just a moment in Black horror history, the most impactful moment. What do you think that is? Tough. I know. I'm
trying not to say Sinners again, but
it's hard not to.
Yeah,
it's hard not to.
It's
other than Sinners.
Other than Sinners. Other than Sinners.
Okay.
Like,
because I think that's everybody's go-to. I mean,
they had a monster year last year.
It dominated the year.
Moment.
Most impactful, even in the comments, you guys can comment. Most impactful moment in Black horror history.
Sheesh. I would have to say
that's a tough one.
Yeah.
I would have to say Ben Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah.
When he took charge of everything and he just showed I got this shit under control.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That you're honestly on the money with that, man, because just him being the lead, that made history right there. Bottom line, with Ben coming in as the lead for the first time, we had, in horror, because I think there was another individual who had a leading role, another Black actor in a leading role before that, but this was the first time in horror. And
yeah, Sidney Poitier in movies and Bill Cosby in TV series. I think it was 1965 or 66. Bill Cosby was the lead, or he had a prominent role in TV series and stuff like that. But Sidney Poitier in 1962.
Wow. And just to think, honestly, of that time period in particular, that decade, how massive that was. Really, with civil rights, how massive that was for them to be in a leading role. And thinking about in horror as it pertains here, what Duane Jones has done, it's massive. So I have to agree with you on that. That has to be it. That has to be it. Other than Sinners, I can't even think of.
I got one. It has to be Busta Rhymes, Jackie Chan kicking the shit out of Michael Myers. It got it.
No, I was wrong, guys. I'm sorry. I was so wrong. That is the most impactful moment in Black horror history. Busta Rhymes with a roundhouse.
That was good.
Kick to Myers.
That's hilarious.
And living also, because he lived.
Yeah,
he lived. Yeah, Ben got killed. He survived the night, but then he got killed in the daylight. Yeah.
It's a very impactful moment. He survives the entire night and then gets shot by a bunch of white people.
By humans, yeah. You know, you survive the monsters, the humans takes you out, which is kind of what happened in Sinners as well.
Yeah.
Now that I'm talking and thinking about it, you know, he survived that night with all of the, you know, Remick and all of the vampires, and then at the end he gets taken out by the clan, but he takes the clan out too. But he met his end, that racist people. You know what I mean?
Yep.
With the real monsters, yeah, man.
The real monsters, absolutely.
When he got to meet his like baby, I cried hysterically. I cry every time I rewatch the movie. When Annie shows up with the baby, I would cry right now. That's a moment.
We definitely got to do another one of these shows because nobody spoke about Michonne. How impactful the character is. Nobody talked about it. I was waiting for somebody to say it. Nobody spoke about Michonne. We definitely gotta revisit this topic in the near future because there's Michonne, there's
just even TV, even just in TV, especially I mean like there's so much.
I understand Morgan got
TV,
even everybody's talking about the TV series From. Like, I would love to get some people in here that have watched From, and because I hear how good the show is, and even the show Evil,
great.
Yeah.
And Evil is great.
Mike Coulter, Mike Coulter, who plays anybody who knows Luke Cage. Yeah. Mike Coulter played Luke Cage in the Marvel series, but we got a lot to still talk about. Like this topic is. It gets so deep. We got a lot to talk about still.
Yeah, TV shows is a different monster for sure. Speaking of that, Ryan Coogler is doing the remake to X-Files.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. That's going to be interesting as well, man.
Yeah.
I mean, again, just as there's no doubt in my mind when I hear certain people doing certain things, I already know it's going to be good without even coming out. Like, and when we're talking as a like Jordan Peele, People Under the Stairs, that's going to be fire. I know it is. Having Coogler do now the X-Files, that's going to be fire. Like, there's no doubt in my mind.
100%.
So there's a lot of great content out now, and a lot of great content coming out, and specifically for the African American community in this genre. Because I'll be honest with you, we need more representation. We need more of that. More in. And this is me saying it straight up in this genre. I want to see more culture all around. From African Americans, Hispanic, like all around, man. There's so many things that we like. Even talking to Gigi about, what she's been doing with her Mexican heritage and everything that she's been putting out. It's interesting because you learn a lot too, and you see different lifestyles, and you see also different like. Social issues that we're still unfortunately dealing with today, that there's ways that we can combat these things. And it's really a lot of the stuff that's even being portrayed in some of the films that we discussed today. It can be solved, like unity in a community, bottom line. So bars, not even trying to, but I'm just saying. I got you,
Speaking of Gigi, everybody go check out her Blumhouse film called Culture Shock. It's kind of like what Jimmy was just talking about. Check out Culture Shock. It's on Hulu, I believe. It's part of the Into the Dark Blumhouse and Hulu partnership they have, where they were putting out movies every month. They put out movies every month, and usually they will be released like around the holiday for that month, and they will be related to the holiday that month. Like Culture Shock was actually, you want to hear some funny shit, it was actually released on 4th of July. So Culture Shock, everybody go check that out. That's Gigi Sao Guerrero. She's a friend of the show. She's family with us. And check it out. She's a fantastic filmmaker, and her birthday's this Friday. So before you go see Scream, give a shout out to the Scream Queen, Gigi Sao Guerrero, and let her know that you want her to have a happy birthday, because she's dope and dope creator, talented woman.
Yeah, happy
amazing
birthday,
person.
Early birthday to Gigi Sao Guerrero. Like you said, Friday's a big day. Friday's massive. We'll get into that in a minute, but just to finish up on, I guess, most impactful moments. So Swift, we talked about Duane Jones and Night of the Living Dead, 1968. Romero, Night of the Living Dead. Killa B, we talked about. You know, it's just a little bit better than Duane Jones, unfortunately. Swift. You know, Busta Rhymes and to Michael.
I'm bullshitting. That's definitely.
Yeah, I know you are. Come on, man. There's no way, man. That's like the least impact. I mean, come on. I was upset about Busta in that film. I'm sorry. I love what they did with LL Cool J and H2O. I love that.
Yeah.
His character in there was funny too. Him and his wife right. I like that. Okay.
I can't really think of one off the top of my head, but because it is Scream Week, I will say Jada Pinkett's opening death scene in Scream 2 was a pretty big, impactful, scene in the film. So
her and Omar Epps.
And Omar Epps. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. And Dwayne Martin too. Yo. But her Omar Epps in the first scene. But yeah. Like Killa, what you said a few weeks ago on the Scream 2 episode of the content creator collaboration with you and Slasher Queen Melissa, and the girls were on it too, the horror flick chicks. It was so funny because you guys said that was the black screen.
It was.
It was the black screen because they had all of the black the young black actors from that time. Scream and horror period at that time was taking all of the characters from like the CW show. Well, back then it was the WB.
Yeah, WB.
All of these. Yeah, they were taking everybody from the WB shows, all of the popular people, and they were using them, and then they're pretty much using them to we're gonna make money on the big screen with people that the audience is familiar with from the small screen.
Yeah.
So then they did the same thing in Scream 2, but with the black characters. You had Dwayne Martin in there. You had Jada. You had Omar Epps. Had what's the girl that was
the friend Sydney's friend
Bernie Mac's wife in the Bernie Mac show. I think she was Elise, right? Her name is Elise. Something Elise.
The Bernie Mac show.
I think she was one of them. She was on the Bernie Mac show. I think her name is something Elise. I think I can't remember her name, but I used to
that
love
was in Scream 2
magazine. Scream 2, yeah. She got killed in the car.
Oh man. No, I don't think she was on the Bernie Mac show, or maybe she was. I can't remember.
She was on one of them shows. She was on a show. She was in one of those shows, man. I forgot. I can't remember her name. I used to know her name too. But yeah, they did the same thing with the black characters. They everybody from the UPN shows. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They took the UPN shows and other Hollywood movies like Above the Rim and Juice and things like that.
Smith, Mama said Khalida Smith was Bernie's wife.
Oh no, that's not who it was.
Yeah, it's not her.
Yeah, that's not who it was. She was from another one of those shows. I didn't used to watch TV. The biggest moment in black horror history might be the cameraman smartly dips out of
Scream 2.
Smart decision.
Yeah.
That's what I would have did.
And they were talking the whole time. They talk about the rules of horror movies, and X-Files remake
will crash and burn. Listen, I'm interested in seeing it, but I gotta also think like what Joe's saying here. A lot of times, when you you have to do it right, and if anybody can do it right, though, Joe. From what I've seen with Sinners, Coogler can do it. I'm waiting to see what happens.
I think.
Yeah, I just said it. Elise Neal. Elise Neal. That's her name. Yeah,
okay.
There you go.
Okay.
Now I do. It's
Thank
that
you,
point. It's hard when you're remaking something that was super popular at another time period and trying to bring it back to life. You're going to have a lot of challenges.
Yeah.
But,
I think the smartest thing for him to do is and I think he's going to do this, is to not really remake that version. He's going to make his own version of X-Files. So it's not going to be like the character's not going to have the same names and stuff like that. I think it's going to be his own version of X-Files. And I think that'll make the show different. And, it might do well in today's time. It's kind of hard to tell with TV shows these days, but yeah, it is hard to, especially when you're doing something that was in pop culture, as big as X-Files was. So
Yeah.
As long as it's different, I feel like too. Like you said, if it's different, has a different vibe. The other thing about that is this: it is a touchy area because people are going in there expecting, is it good, like the same thing that they seen back then in some sort of capacity? I feel like that's another problem. Like even another movie remakes, like what we seen with Nightmare on Elm Street, Child's Play. Like, no, like just stop it. Like, if you're gonna do something, you have to remake it like what we seen with the Blob 88, what we've seen with 2013 Evil Dead. I mean, TV shows, it is touchy. I mean, but there's a lot more you can do. I feel like the TV versus a movie. Yeah,
I agree. I think especially because X-Files, I think, went off like early 2010, some point like that. There's a lot of stuff that's happened, in the past 20 years in real life that he could pull from X-Files related or whatever. So I think, I don't know if anybody's seen the show Black Mirror. I think
I saw a couple episodes.
Yeah. It could
probably be something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I think he could do it.
And who knows, TV has changed a lot also. It may not be the episode of the week, the mystery of the week. It may not be that. It may be how TV shows are now, where it's a 10-hour story. It could be that format where it's one story, just long form storytelling. It could be that.
So we don't probably be better.
Yeah, because that's what people are used to now. People digest that better.
Yep.
And it's more binge worthy,
Talk about the TV series. There's something on Netflix. It's new. You guys, I totally forgot the name. I just watched it with John, the guy from the play. Oh my God, he's in so many movies. I am horrible with names. Holy folks, man. The girl that played Creed's girlfriend, I forgot her name, and even the other guy.
His and hers.
Yes. Who are the names? John something, and my God, I'm
start with a B. Start with it.
Damn, I know her name too. I just can't remember it.
Yeah,
her name is
Teresa Thompson.
Yes, thank you. And that was good. I like what they did with that series, and I think they're making it. I thought it was a one and done. It should be a one and done.
Should be.
Tessa Thompson. Thank you so much, Mama.
Tessa Thompson.
She's amazing. And again, loving Creed, and in this, she outstanding. And I don't want to spoil the ending, but holy smokes, I called the ending, and my wife will tell you I called the ending before it happened. It took me like 2 episodes before the ending, but I'm like, this is what it is. Because anyway, I'm not gonna say it. You got to watch it, his and hers. But talk about TV series, if they do it like that, Swift, where it's like the whole story in the series, I think that's perfect. I think that's something. It'll keep people.
And that's easier for the audience to consume because they're used to that type of storytelling now. They've been conditioned in that type of storytelling. And speaking of television shows and bringing television shows back, we never mentioned this about Jordan Peele. He brought back last year. He brought back Scare Tactics. Anybody who remembers Scare Tactics? It used to come on Saturday nights on Sci-Fi way back in the day, and it was where they pull skits on people. All this prank culture that these people got out of control with. It started like with those types of things, like Scare Tactics and shit and stuff like that. And Scare Tactics, man, that's something I used to watch every Saturday at my grandmother's house. With my cousins, my aunts and uncles and stuff like that. We would watch Scare Tactics every Saturday. And it was like a cultural thing for us. We just would watch that. And it went away. It came back. It came back with the other kid from Brooklyn, Tracy Morgan. Tracy Morgan was in for a little bit, and then Jordan Peele brought it back. And I DVR'd it, but I haven't really watched it yet. So has anyone seen that yet? I thought that was Tracy Morgan. They brought it back again. Yes, they brought it back again. With Jordan Peele. Jordan Peele brought it back.
Talk about I didn't see that, and nobody else seen yet, not yet. But I mean,
has anybody seen it? Sound off in the comments. Let us know.
Now, all right. So we got just most influential or influential black moment in horror history. So Swift, we talked about Night of the Living Dead. Killa B, we're not talking about Busta Rhymes. So you went with ultimately the moment that stood out to you again. What was it?
Jada and Scream 2.
Yeah.
And Omar S. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just because I can't really think of anything at the moment. So
it's other than Sinners, like what do you? Because like nothing.
Yeah.
Sinners is on like a whole other level. Like you can't even put that in a conversation because everybody's going to go to that, and rightfully so, because of the impact that it's had. And you know what really blew me away is the fact that, I guess more than anything else, more than the whole story. I know we keep talking about things, but it's just the fact is how well it was shot. Like the cinematography, on top of the story, on top of the acting, on top of the music, like it was hitting you with shots from everywhere. And for something like that in this genre, in horror, it's unheard of. Like that's why it's massive for our community.
Also shot on premium format on IMAX film, bro. Shot in IMAX.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Shot in IMAX.
And this is what I'm saying. Like we don't like you think of horror, it's like, wait a minute. So I feel like now the door's open. The door's wide open, especially now. And we seen some of this happen when we started in 2017. We talked about Get Out. And we talked about some of the other movies. I'm even going to say Halloween 2018. They started making horror, like this resurgence happened. But now from what we've seen with this, especially Sinners, but then also like the substance and the makeup there, I think horror is mainstream. Horror is something like it's dominating the box office. It's dominating all these streaming platforms. There's a demand, there's a hunger for horror, and people are consuming it, and we're loading our plates, and we want more. We want seconds, we want thirds, we want fourths, baby. We're loading it up, and right now everybody's getting in, and I'm loving that. And I know we veered right off the rope, so let's get right back on. Paige, we're talking about most impactful moment in Black horror history.
I don't know why the only scene I could think of is when the leprechaun just burns it down with iced tea in a leprechaun hood. I don't know.
All right, that's it. I'm
shot. That's such a great part.
I was waiting for somebody to bring that movie up. There's
a lot of scenes.
Hey, we got Kate in the house. What's up, Kate? Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, I mean, I could say when Kelly Rowland finally got taken out by Jason, like that was a dilemma.
Dilemma. Clever.
I see what you did there.
Oh yeah.
You're picking up.
Also, sound off in the comments, man. Sound off in the comments. Let us know what all of you think is what all of your picks are for this topic that we're talking about right now. This question that we're answering.
I want to say, man, there's so much other than Sinners, man. It had to be Get Out. It had to be just the entire film. But what was deep, like even for me, was when he was sitting down and she was hypnotizing him. Mm-hmm. And that whole sequence where he's, can see everything but is paralyzed in a way, as almost as if with the tears, that iconic image, he's trying to fight out of it, and man, that shit was deep. Even watching, just everything Peele was saying with that and the symbolism there. So that moment for me, the sunken in moment, and it's real.
That's not a bad pick.
Yeah, it had to be. Yeah, that was a moment right there. So other than that, Tales from the Hood, Kate. I love Tales from the Hood. We were just talking about this, Kate. The mortician. Yeah, he was wild. That was it. Yeah, double feature the doppelgangers revealing us. Yeah. Oh,
of course. Listen, of course they love the doppelgangers. Of course they do. Of course they do.
That was such a good one, ladies. Yeah, that's another one.
This ain't no funeral home.
This is not the Terrordome night. Come on, man. That was great, man. Clarence Williams. I cannot see anybody else. And rest in peace, Clarence Williams. I can't see anybody else playing that role, man. I mean, look, Keith David did a great job. Tony Todd is Tony Todd, but no one can top what he did in that OG 95 Tales from the Hood. And the stories in that one. I mean, they all had good stories, but I think overall, from beginning to end, everything in the original was top notch.
Shout out to Tony real quick. I'm sorry, Jimmy. Shout out to Tony. He's on the live right now. He's tuning in here. Thank you so much, man. You are a gangster. He's a gangster. That's it. Thank you. Thank you, Tony.
Somebody help me. Mama Swift got it up there. YouTube. Yeah, man. I just again, we talk about Tony and his performances and, Final Destination. I mean, I love him as Bloodworth. I love that character Tony had. He symbolizes death and what he did with Alex in the room with the corpse there in the original Final Destination. I love that part. Candyman, the OG. I mean, come on. The fact that the man had actual bees in his mouth, bro, and got stung. Yeah. He got paid a certain amount of money for each sting that he got. I think it was like $200. The guy put it in the contract. So Tony got paid for every bee that stung him. It was like X amount of dollars.
If John is still in here under the floorboards, I'm sure he knows that exact figure. I'm sure he knows that exact figure. What Tony Todd has in contract. I'm sure he does it. If you're still here, man, run that figure, man, so we could see what a shrewd businessman Tony Todd was.
Hey, listen, and rightfully so. Who's putting bees in their mouth, man?
Yeah, that's disgusting, man.
Be my victim. Tony is great. Voice is distinct, dude. It's incredible. That guy.
His final scene in the last Final Destination movie is so eerie, and it's a lot of things, but it's so, I don't know.
It's real. It's very real because what he was dealing with. Yeah. I hit home a lot, man. And you're right. That's another good one, Killa B. That scene, that final scene. I wasn't a huge fan of the recent Final Destination. I thought it was good. Some CGI.
I was bored, man.
That Tony scene was everything in that movie. That Tony scene was that made the movie.
Okay,
we got 1,000 per sting.
1,000 per sting. Made a total 22,000. Dope. Thank you. Thanks, Rob.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Hey, listen.
Yeah, he appeared in stream as well.
That's it. His appearance in stream was awesome. Yes, Kate. Yeah, and anywhere you see that guy, man, it's going to be something special. Anywhere you've seen him, and again, coming from theater,
I say it all the time, man. He brings such gravitas to any role that he plays. You know what I mean? Like, he has the acting chops, and you can't tell him nothing, man. He's coming in there, he's owning it. He's bringing that seasoned stage performer presence with him, because there is a difference. There's a difference of stage acting and Hollywood acting, and he brings that stage acting with him, and he's like, I'm not leaving it behind. I'm bringing it, and I'm here for the people, and I'm gonna fucking I'm sorry, I'm gonna own this thing,
Yeah, no, it's facts over there. So, overall, I mean, it's so many moments and iconic moments in Black history in horror that, like, I know there's a ton that I'm not even thinking of right now, but even the TV shows, and, going back to Michonne and The Walking Dead, how that series really changed the landscape at a time where horror was dying. And the movie scene was not as popular during that time with all the Conjuring, all these other movies. It was very like, all right, I'm done. Like we didn't have those movies that we had in the 90s, early 2000s, the 80s. So there was a hunger for horror then, and Walking Dead stepped up. It was a badass series. After a certain point, it started getting played out. I mean, I think all of us can agree to that. You finish it. But Michonne, that character in that series, really stood out. Everybody knows who Michonne is because of her presence, her dominant female role in that. She was a badass. She was thorough, and I got to tell you, man, that absolutely one of my favorite characters in that TV series.
Yeah. So we definitely have to revisit this topic and talk about it again, and come with our A game, because it really is too much for one show. Now that we're thinking about it, you know what I mean? There's so many different ways we could go, so many different things we can look at and examine, you know, and there's a lot of stuff that we didn't mention tonight, you know. There's a lot of stuff we didn't mention tonight.
I'm sure, 100%. Like, I was trying to see what else. I mean, we talked about, we highlighted, I feel, some of the key films, most of the key films. I'm sure we missed a lot. You know, I know that's why I was waiting. Some people
really
did. Comments,
you know,
with some
really
bangers
did.
in there.
I think you could do a whole episode on TV shows.
That's a whole thing in itself.
Just that, absolutely.
Yeah. So, last thoughts. Ultimately, last thoughts on. I guess, Killa B, I'm gonna start with you. The last thoughts on Black horror in history. You know, Black horror history, and also future for Black horror films, TV series.
And also, everybody in the chat, man, we want to see what you got. You guys tap in too, man, and give us your thoughts for this right now on that. And after we say it, we'll go and read your stuff, because I really want to hear whatever. I want to get some ideas that we didn't think about that you guys could enlighten us with, you know.
Yeah.
Putting me on the spot. I mean, we've come a long way, you know, since the very first, which I don't even know when that was, the very first Black person in a horror film, or even the first Black director or whatever. We've come a long way. I think that, especially where horror is right now, where, you know, everybody is getting a voice, I think that we're starting to see better films, and that's because we're seeing different point of views and different, you know, perspectives, and different creativity and stuff like that. I think the future, especially in Black horror, I guess, looks great, especially if we got Jordan Peele, Ryan Coogler kind of being at the front of that. I know some people mentioned some films that I haven't seen yet that I need to check out. Sissy is one of those films. I see that get talked about often, but I think that for me, like when I was younger, it wasn't something that I always seen, like, representation of me in the film always, or it'd be like one person at a time, and of course we always die sooner than later. But I think now we're starting to see just a different time period, and things are definitely heading in the right direction. And that's why we've been getting these great films that we've been getting the past 5-6 years.
100%, Killa B. I love it, man. And you brought out a point, what you said there, with you seeing people that you can relate to on the screen. That's so important for all cultures. Like being able, as a young kid, you see somebody, young boy, young girl sees a person of their ethnicity on the screen that's superhero or strong lead, in a movie that they can relate to, that inspires them. That is very important, because in anything it's not about the old head, man. It's about the next generation and the youth, and that's what we have to. That's who continues the legacy, our legacy, and everybody on that screen. So it is so important to have that, and that's a very good point that you made, man. Everybody needs that. Every young boy and girl need to see a hero on that screen, somebody they can relate to and get behind, of their ethnicity. So I love that, man.
I can't relate to kicking Michael Myers or anything like that, but there's definitely some films I definitely relate to. People Under the Stairs, even the title, how I look at it, is people from the bottom, and people from that that world, projects, whatever, that I can relate to that. And like I said, Get Out, as crazy as it may sound, I do have some similar experiences to that film. So
that's crazy.
Yeah, is
so
I lived the life, Swift.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, there's definitely characters and stuff like that I relate to, that I've seen, in the last 25 years. So,
yeah. And that's crazy that is even the case. Like, you have a story about something like that, but seeing how well, Jordan Peele again put that together, and how he conveyed his thoughts on the screen in such a professional way, of just showing people where everybody can understand.
Yeah,
it was huge. That was huge. That's why Get Out was like, shit. Yeah,
without the divisiveness of like what Chris Gore saying, I felt like this was an anti-Caucasian movie. Without all of that, I didn't hear anybody say that when Get Out came out. Everybody just raved about it. So he understood how to do it.
I think it's because, the characters were inviting, like they weren't, like how Sinners had the KKK in it and stuff like that. Get Out didn't have that. They were polite, they were inviting, they were, just regular
because
people.
Of modern day. Yeah, it was modern day.
It wasn't, in your face like that. It was very subtle. So I think that's why, people didn't come out and say like, oh, it was divisive or anything like that.
Yeah.
That's very true. Yeah, but it just, what he created was a masterpiece, man, and it's never been done. That on that level and what he was saying, it's never been done. Very deep. So if you haven't seen Get Out and you're living under a rock, please go watch that.
Check it out. Check it out.
And all I gotta say, the last thing about that movie is do not mess with the TS fucking A. Okay, that's it. That's it. His friend had me. That was the comedy in it. His friend had me dying. His friend knew something was up.
Little Rel. That was Little Rel, right?
Yeah.
He did. So I was. Good. Rob Humphrey says here, the most promising thing to me is that we're seeing films like Sinners and Get Out, and they aren't being labeled as black horror. They're just horror movies, and I think that's a huge step. Rob, great point, man.
That's a great point, because I've always hated, black horror or black movies or anything like that. Because like when I look at, Halloween, I don't look at that as a white movie or anything like that. It's just a movie. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I never.
Michael's ready to hell, bro. That guy. No.
So yeah, I agree with what he said.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, that is a great point. Like, and that's why, like, even this episode here, like, to talk about, just Black history and horror, it's like, all right, well, I guess films, I agree with Killa B what you were saying, man, because I don't look at anything like that, but I guess we had to dissect it in the sense that, Black leads, directors, and with a message that unfortunately, affects African American community. And yeah, man, the two top guys that are doing it now, to his point too, Sinners and Coogler. And I know we talked about it all night, but it's so true. Sinners with Coogler and Peele with Get Out, with Us. I mean, Peele's on a roll, man.
Yeah.
Really, I cannot wait. I cannot wait for People Under the Stairs remake. I want to see that.
And Peele has another film coming out at the end of this year. Who is he collaborating with? And John's gonna hate me. Under the Floorboard John, he's gonna hate me. But I think it's Jordan Peele and Eli Roth together or something like that. Does anybody remember this film that's coming out?
It's Sean. It's the Black Santa thing, bro. It's just Santa.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Yeah, but Jordan Peele is collaborating with another filmmaker to put out some project. I don't remember what it is.
Nemo.
Nemo wants Black Santa. She wants his name to be Black Santa.
Yes, I heard about. I didn't see this. I think it was back in what 2019, 2020. It's not
2019.
2019, yeah.
2019. That's dope. By the esteemed Dr. Well, actually, it was by Xander something, but it was actually adapted from a novel. Not a novel, but a book. Eli Roth is gonna bring that parent down. Yo, I don't think it's Eli Roth, but it's another filmmaker. It's another horror filmmaker. They're teaming up to do. They're joining forces to do another movie that's coming out, I think, at the end of this year. Shit. Wait. Go back to that.
John, you're too.
John is putting you in your place, bro.
Oh boy, I knew he was gonna hate me for that. But the esteemed Dr. Robin R. Means Coleman, she did a book in 2011, and I think you might have the title of that book, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Could you recite that title?
Horror noir. Right. Black and American horror films from the 1890s to present.
Yeah, and this woman she's a professor, and she's pretty she's pretty accomplished, and she has that book. So everybody, I would say go read that book, because that horror noir documentary was an adaptation of that book. And she's really a scholar. She knows everything she's talking about, man. She's got so much knowledge when it comes to not only horror, but just Black history, period. But what she's doing, we're Horror 365, so what we're talking about is horror. So check her out with the horror, man. Like
Dr. Robin Coleman.
Yes.
Yeah, yep. Good stuff.
Absolutely.
Yep.
I think it's a TV show or a movie that came out a year or two after the documentary of the same name, horror noir. I have to look it up.
Oh yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. It was different episodes, right, or something like that.
Yeah, I have to look it up.
Yeah.
Paige.
Yes.
All right. So give me your final thoughts, ultimately on Black history and horror and the future of Black film.
I think the future is bright with Sinners and Jordan Peele and everything, and with like the history, there's a lot of history with Black horror, like a lot of history with Black horror, and the history is like horrific as it is, So it's like the way that Jordan Peele's doing it with Get Out is like bringing stuff to light, but not in like such a in your face way. It's like something everybody relates to, but I think the future is good. The future is good.
Yeah, we got a lot of solid filmmakers in the game right now, and there's an abundance of
what they're doing is
horror popping out here as we talk about every week. So I'm in agreement with everyone right now. Swift, give me that floor, man.
Okay, what I think about the future is like much like Paige said, the future's bright. Like we've got some dope voices, different voices coming from different storytellers. The storytelling is, the storytelling aspect of things. Look, boom, you see, we got some great voices. The storytelling aspect, we got great storytellers, and they're finally getting taken seriously by everybody, so, and with all of these accomplishments that have been happening in the last 7-8 years, I think it's going to inspire more of those voices to come forth, and it's just going to be, it's just going to be like what Killa B said. It's just a thing now. Like this is horror. Horror is, because let's be honest about one thing that we didn't mention this whole show. Unlike comedy, unlike other forms of entertainment, fear is universal across every culture, every race. You know what I mean? So this is the genre where we can break all of these, so-called glass ceilings and just say, "Yo, listen," because we're all afraid of something, and fear is universal language, like I said. So, let's just be afraid. Let's just get scared. Let's listen to these voices, because They got stories to tell, and the basis of every dope thing is a good story, good storytelling. You know, why do we care so much about the Super Bowl for the people that like sports? Because it's the story of the two best teams that went through what they went through and beat every other team, and now they're the two last ones standing. That's why that story, it's storytelling. Even though it's sports and it's real sports, you know, it's storytelling. The playoffs, that's storytelling. Like everything we love. Like right now, boxing, I'm a boxing guy. You know, boxing isn't what it used to be. But the biggest fights, the fights that had all of the biggest buy rates and everything, there was a story behind the fight. Maybe this guy was knocking everybody out, and this guy, nobody could ever touch him. So now you want to see, what's going to happen? You know, this guy knocks out everybody he touches, but this guy can he figure out how to touch him? Storytelling is the basis of everything we love. Music is telling a story, you know, songs, you know, everything like that. Storytelling is the basis of humankind. You know, when these people were writing, drawing on the walls of caves and stuff like that, that was a story. That was a storyboard. You know, they were communicating a story. What we love to do, the campfire. I mean, I never did that. I'm from Brooklyn. But like what a lot of people in the United States have done with the campfires and everything, telling stories around the campfire, you know, telling scary stories around the campfire. Storytelling, that's the basis of humanity. It's the basis of humanity. You look at that, and I said this on the show before, that song, that it's the most wonderful time of the year. You know that song.
Man, you nailed it, bro. You nailed it.
We tell scary ghost stories and tales of the glory. You know, scary ghost stories. Like we all love being afraid, man. We go to amusement parks and all this stuff. We go on the largest, fastest, most dangerous roller coaster because we like being scared. It's fear, universal language. Let's go. Let's do it. So let's let these voices speak to us, man, and let's stop with all of these jerks at the top trying to D-ride. You know, jump off the D and start letting these voices sing. You know what I mean? Jump off the D. You know, for 1 second, jump off the D and let these voices, let these creative people do what they do.
Yeah. Listen. We, at the end of the day, it's very, very well said, man. It comes down to it. Storytelling, bottom line. You can tell a good story.
Needs to be told.
Yeah, you got to get people invested. You know, and it goes back to even when we were talking about, like, you and I, both wrestling fans. You're telling a good story, you're building it up.
There you go.
They don't even have to be athletic, but if you're telling the story, we want to see what's going to happen next. You got us invested. So there's plenty of stories to tell. And even if you're going to tell a story that's been told before, because that happens often, tell it in a different way. And, make it interesting.
You're a guy with the gift of gab. I could tell somebody a story. You could tell the exact same story, but you tell it the way you tell it. It's going to be a completely different story. It's going to be received completely different. And that thing's going to become like the next Mother Seuss, Dr. Goose, whatever you want to say, type of story. That's what's going to happen, you know?
Well, I'm going to tell you a story about tonight. Tonight we went all in on Black history and horror. And I got to tell you, I'm very, very happy with the whole conversation and everything that we touched on, because it's important on many levels. But it's horror in general. And this is what we all love. And the one thing I could say, I talked about this earlier, was community. Unity in the community, and that's what we are here. When you think about horror in general, horror, as crazy as it sounds, it brings us together. All walks of life, all different nationalities, ethnicities, race, doesn't matter. I don't care if you're blue, yellow, purple, and green. You're coming here. You're part of the team, baby. That's what we're doing here, man. You're part of the family, and then we appreciate everybody jumping on tonight in the comments. Everybody on here. Killa B, thank you so much, man, for your time.
Thanks,
today. Really appreciate it. Brendan as well. Terrific podcast.
You guys were on fire tonight, man. You guys were killing it. I should have shut up a long time ago. I was crazy tonight.
You were on
you
fire,
guys.
Swift.
No, Swift, you're good. On fire.
Man, listen, man.
But I thought you were black. I have to show. You was going in, man. I was letting him cook.
The script was going so hard, I had to double check myself in the mirror. I think I am. Man. No, everybody here, everybody tuning in, everybody that joined in this conversation. I want to say straight up, we're all black tonight. That's it. Bottom line. No, seriously, we're showing some love, and rightfully so, and really talking about the history in this killer genre, African American history in here. Some of the greatest moments in horror history from black actors and directors we've gotten over God knows how long. So yeah, it's really good combo. We definitely got to talk about TV shows down the line for sure in this conversation.
So much more. There's so much more to have. You know,
and Friday.
Shout out. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No,
I just want to say. Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
Oh man, I'm looking at the comments. I was laughing at something he said. We'll get to that in a second. So now, ultimately, it was just talking about Friday and what's coming Friday. But I want you to finish your thought because you were talking about this. So go ahead.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I was just saying. Oh shit, we got Light 105 in the building. Light, what's good? Absolutely, my man, Light. That's my main man right there.
I'll give you a page up. Yes, please, man. I still need my green card, but I'll take the black card for that.
Hey, don't say that too loud, man. The ice didn't melt yet, so don't say that loud.
All of a sudden you see vanilla ice come out of here. I'm like, yo, take it easy, bro.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying, everybody in the comment section was rocking out tonight, man. Thank you guys. Thank you for rocking out with us. And you guys were also cooking in the comment section, man, giving us everything that we needed and helping us out and giving us some morsels of information that definitely we're taking into account. So thank you guys, everybody in the comment section. Thank you guys. And we want you oh look, yeah, this is dope right here.
That's what I love about. Nobody cares about the person, right? Yeah, just the character represent good stuff.
Absolutely. We need to stop trying to find ways to separate ourselves, and we need to just start being. Come on, man, let's get together. Let's have some fucking fun. You know,
exactly.
The material is here for us to have a good time, the best time as horror fans. Let's stop this nonsense, man. Let's stop falling for what the 1% want us to fall for, man. Let's get together, man.
Yeah, at the end of the day,
we love horror and we love each other. Stop,
man. I'm not gonna get political, but let's be honest here. We're all in the same boat. Unless we're in that 1%, we're all in the same boat. And people need to understand that. We're all working. We're all trying to pay bills. We're all, in this vicious cycle and system that has been created for us to stay in the position that we're in because you have the elites running the world, and that's a whole other conversation. So while we're here, why not have a good time? Why not do what we love? Talk about what we love, and that's it. That's it. Do the best we can to just live and
come together.
Bottom line.
Together. Absolutely.
That's it. I'm tired of this. Nobody better than anybody else.
Yeah, you see, Rob. This is what I do. I show up in the comments and the line people tell them which one is.
Rob, and we want to hear it every single week, buddy. And Rob, you and Mikey, we got to get you and Mikey on the show as well. We need you guys. Rob, you popped on the other time, but to have you on an actual show to talk about whatever it is you want to talk about, we're going to talk about that later on for sure. So we got to get you guys on for sure.
Yeah, we do, man. Much love, Rob, man. Much love, man. Rob is one of the dopest dudes on here, man. Absolutely. One love. We're all the same and different at the same time. Yeah, facts. Absolutely. But if we were all the same, we would be bored out of our freaking minds. You know what I mean?
Very accurate.
So they'll talk about Friday real quick before we wrap it up over here. Friday, big day. Gigi Saul Guerrero's birthday. It is
yes, indeed.
Scream 7 hitting the big screen. And it's also the anniversary of one of the greatest horror movies, one of my favorite horror movies of all time, Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors. It's the 39th anniversary on this Friday. Really excited. Big day on Friday here. So,
and it's also Tom from Astoria Horror Club. It's also his birthday. So shout out Astoria Horror Club. Wish him a happy birthday too.
Happy birthday.
Friday, 27. Yeah, Astoria Horror Club. Everybody, please follow Astoria Horror Club. Follow Brooklyn Horror Society. Follow Sunnyside Horror Society. Follow Scream Scene NYC. Follow Necromantic Brew Company. Follow all of these dope people that are doing things out here. Follow Final Exam Trivia. and follow everybody here. Follow Killa Point of View. Follow the Fear Circuit. Follow everybody, man. Love is love. Let's do it. Let's get together and let's grow this freaking community, man. And let's demand Hollywood give us what we want, because we're paying. So we gotta buy what we want. We're paying, so give us what we want. That's it. Wait, didn't Killa B mention a Scream theory? Oh, yeah. See, Rob ain't letting you go away like that, boy.
Rob didn't forget.
Yeah, Scream 7. You were saying you were gonna say something about Scream 7.
I was gonna say something about Scream 7.
Yeah, hot take at the beginning of the show. You said you'll save it. It was Scream 7. We're talking about.
The listeners got sharp ears, boy. They're not letting you get away.
A Scream. Damn, I really don't remember.
It was about.
Listen, this getting old shit. Or sorry, getting old stuff sucks.
I'm telling
you. He says it was a hot take.
A hot take.
We were talking about Scream 7 and if you were excited about it and everything like that.
Maybe a potential spoiler that you were thinking of, or something that.
Well, he's the king of spoilers. He knows what's happening in Scream 7 already. He's known for I think 2 years. He's known.
I did hear something about Scream 7. I think it might be a spoiler, but I don't want to say it.
Okay.
So without the spoiler, was there a hot take behind Scream 7?
No, I mean I don't think Scream 7 is going to be good. I don't.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. He just doesn't share the excitement. He's just gonna see it because he's a Scream fan, and he don't want it to get. Yeah.
I love the franchise. I just think that at this point, what can they do? It's
true.
That's true.
Big question.
The film. This is the 7th film. They don't need to announce who's in the movie. Like, people who like Scream are going to go see the movie. You don't need to announce.
That turned me off a lot.
And give away, certain people that's going to be in the film. Like, it would have been great to just see some of those people on screen instead of hearing about them being in the film. Like, thank you for ruining that thing. What did that comment say?
Yeah. The last comment was, I agree. Scream 7 feels like a desperate attempt to win the fans back.
Yeah. So, again, they ride in D. Like, stop riding D, man. Get off the D and start putting hard work.
They ride the D train. I mean,
fire.
It's like the bottom line is, I know I agree. Killa B, finish up what you were saying. What's your thoughts on this?
No, I don't think it's going to be good. I hope it is, but I don't think it's going to be good. I think that, especially with their marketing, they try to do a lot of fan service, obviously, with the drama that they had going on. But I just think that, we'll see. But I think that, from a story point of view, I don't know where they can really go. Mm-hmm. That makes sense anyway.
I agree.
Yeah.
No, it's true. I'm curious myself. Like, what are they doing? I mean, is it going to be the predictable route that I'm assuming they're going to take with this one? If you want my honest opinion, that being, Stu's still alive and Stu is the killer. That's my opinion. Is that going to happen? I don't know. We'll see. Is Sidney going to die?
I'm gonna over here. I'm gonna say, Ghostface is, the Carpenter sisters. I'm gonna go and say that. This was all one big swerve.
Imagine that.
That would be crazy.
That would be fine.
That would take some freaking balls. But could you imagine that swerve? Could you imagine opening weekend?
Man, now you got me thinking.
That impact would be insane.
Yo, But that is the way. If they're gonna do anything with this, that's what they have to do because they think, oh wow, okay, well, nobody's gonna see that coming.
No, that would be insane.
And now you kill off the legacy, and you start the new. You start, the new with the new cast and new characters coming in there. I know what's his name, Mason Goodin's back in this one. I know there's a couple other.
Come on, man. What do we got? The core 2? What are we talking about here?
What to do? The core 2, baby, and the 2 is gonna multiply to the core 4 eventually. But
yeah, man, I think the Carpenter sisters is Ghostface, man. They swerved us. Our girl Gail better not die.
Gail should have died just from the haircut alone in Scream 3.
Yo, for real though. Thanks, man.
Now listen.
Don't you start your stuff. Don't you start. Don't you start, Jimmy. I know you. Don't start. Don't start.
I'm just saying.
Behave yourself. Behave yourself.
I need you to listen to me real quick, okay? I'm not going to bring it up. I'm not bringing it up, okay? I'm not going to say it. But I know Shakira's hips don't lie, but goddamn, Courtney Cox's lips don't lie. Okay?
Yo.
Oh, she's starting to lie. Her lips don't lie. She's starting to get. Come on, man. Anyway, I'm dying. Oh man. That's it. It's fucking. It's Bonchiche con fuego. That's it. Bonchiche con fuego. That's crazy, man. Hey, listen. Okay, I'm done. I'm not gonna say any more about it. I don't want to get sued, Courtney. We love you.
Yeah, we do.
We just don't love certain things. We think you look better without these things, and that's it. And I know they paid you double the salary to do this movie because it happened. Anyway, we love you. Anyway. So, Jesus. Yeah, I'm going to let that go. I got to stop saying this. Rob Humphrey. Let's not forget the only other movie Kevin Williams has directed is Teaching Miss Tingle. Holy shit. Yo, Rob, that's good. Yeah, it doesn't really inspire confidence. John Under the Floorboards, my theory is 7's going to be a cash grab, and it'll show. I hope Swift is onto something, though, John. I really hope that this is it. And we see that would be amazing.
So I think you ruined the movie for me because they're not going to do that, and I want to see that now.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. They have the strength already as a franchise that they could take that type of gamble and do this whole thing. They have the legs that they could do these types. They could mess with us like that.
Yeah.
But would they do it? Nah. I don't think that's what's gonna happen. But I hope that's what's gonna happen.
What would happen is the movie is gonna make money this weekend. But if that happened, like all the people that were boycotting before, some of them would probably go see it. Like it would be so fucking, it would be so, that would be insane. Yeah. And I want to see it now. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean that's but that's the whole thing too, man. We don't want to. Oh man, I don't even know. Swift, I think you just by you saying that if that doesn't happen, like Killa B,
I just ruined it.
You ruined
Listen, but
enjoying it, but
in my defense, I think it's ruined already. So,
well,
good point.
Yeah, that's a good point. So anyway, Scream 6, go watch it regardless.
Yeah, like what Rob said, it reeked of desperation. So when you're acting thirsty like that, and you're just like, oh, somebody leaked that. What's his name? Scooby Doo. What's his name? Shaggy.
Matthew Lillard.
Matthew Lillard.
Yeah, Matthew Lillard. Thank you. When you're leaking Matthew Lillard, and when you're doing all of these cast leaks. Oh, somebody told who. You sound like these stupid guys that are live streaming their stupid asses doing stupid shit on the internet, and then they're in court. So, somebody snitched on me. Stupid, you snitched on yourself. You did it on live stream. And you go right there. Absolutely. They're snitching on themselves, man. They're telling that they're desperate, and they're just trying to get trying to get people to care about them again. You know.
Yep.
That's it. 100%, man. 100% Swift. And
I hope they got some balls. That's all I'm saying. I hope you got some balls and you make it up to everybody. You know.
Swift.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what.
Well, listen, because if not, and if Swift hears these, like if we don't get what we want with Scream, well, there's only one place they're gonna go, Swift. It's, I just, look, man, I'm used to being disappointed with the major franchises as of late. So I'm not gonna get too excited about this. I'm not excited about it. I'm gonna watch it. I'm not gonna knock because it's Scream. Come on, let's face it. We're all gonna watch the movie. But yeah, my hopes. The bar's low. Well, the bar was low until Swift gave me this possibility. Now
the bar's lower.
Now I'm gonna hate you, Swift, if it doesn't happen. Oh man, but
listen, man, they have the equity that they could have done that shit. They could have done this whole thing to throw everybody off, a swerve like this. They have the equity that they could gamble like that, you know.
Yeah.
Because opening weekend will be everything. But nobody's got balls. Everybody's just riding D. So.
Well, we're gonna find out this weekend. We're gonna see what happens with Scream if they do have the cojones to actually make this come to fruition. And Matthew Lillard is 56 years old. Wow, that Mama Swift, that makes me feel even younger.
Yeah, he's 56 years old, and he's gonna be. If he's a ghost, his ghost got old. Like, what are we doing? Come on.
His ghost
got old and fat.
Comes out, lot going down. Well, we appreciate. I want to thank everybody for the time. I know we went a little bit longer than usual, but it's a good killer conversation today. No pun intended. Killa B. We had over here. So thank you for jumping in the chat, for watching, everybody.
Thanks,
we
everybody.
appreciate you all. We love you all. Killa B, Killer Point of View Network, man. Check them out. They're doing just incredible things. Their content is amazing. Give them a listen on all audio platforms. Anything you want to plug, Killa B, floor?
And on YouTube. And on YouTube too.
Yes. Next week we got it'll be a Scream 7 spoiler filled review. So you can check that out next Tuesday. I'm sure it'll be a couple rants, probably. We got that next Tuesday. And we got couple interviews dropping in the next couple of weeks, and we do have some shows coming out on YouTube soon. Also, finally,
Killer Thoughts. Everybody, prepare to get your feelings hurt.
Yeah,
get the tissue box.
Probably be my last show. Probably get canceled after that.
Yeah. Listen, we still love you, so you always got a home here.
Yeah, you always got a spot. Here in the Port of Fear circuit, but I know anyway. Let me let you continue because I'm thinking about what Ashley's going to say on that. But anyway, go ahead.
Oh no, she won't be on this one. See,
okay, I'm going to be listening, watching them. Because if she's on, I got this Pepsi Complete handy for the heartburn and indigestion.
But yeah, that's really it. Thank y'all for having me on. This is a great episode. And I think it's a great episode to do, the last Wednesday of the month also. So I think that was important. So thank you guys, as always, for having me on.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah, it's a pleasure having you. Thank you for coming on.
Yeah, thank you, Killa B.
John says, I live my life canceled. John is a trip.
Killer Point of View. Yep, podcast. Mama Swift got it covered. It's something that. Go ahead, Swift.
No, I was gonna say, and check out some of their older content. Check out some of his older videos. They're not really old, but from earlier. Well, yeah, from last year, from 2025. Check out a lot of his older stuff on YouTube because he covered a lot of hidden horrors and stuff like that. Like, check those out because the perspective that Killa B has, he comes from all different angles, and it's very, very informative and very entertaining. So check those out too. Give those a shot.
It's a killer.
That's coming back. Also, the Hidden Horrors. That's coming back on YouTube, as well as some other shows. But we'll get there.
Good stuff. Always quality stuff, Killa B. I love what you guys are doing over there. So, Killer Point of View Network, literally perfect name. Killer Perspectives. It is honestly, you listen to a lot of different content. I used to listen and absorb as much as I possibly can. Nowadays, I'm very limited. I listen to the people that I know in the community. I try to expand outside of that and listen when I can. But Killa B, you guys and your points of view, your perspective is definitely unique and different than others, and that's what I love about it. And I love the arguments that you present based on whatever it is that you're talking about, and the reasoning behind it. So good stuff, man. You guys keep up the great work over there.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you. Shout out to Joel. Shout out to Blake. Shout out to Jamie. Shout out to Ashley. We still love you.
Thank you.
Yes. And, we still love you, Ash. We do. Even though you hate 80s car. That's it.
Might be a machete followed by that, but
my God. But nonetheless, appreciate it, Paige. Oh, it's always a pleasure seeing you on Horror 365 Final Girl, Paige, and the Princess of Pain herself. It was great having you on. I love the fact. Matter of fact, Paige, I want to give you the floor right now. Talk about. Oh my God. In the comments. Talk about your experience. Talk about your experience at I Love Horror with you and Horror 365 Final Girl Sammy Joe.
Yes.
Yeah, talk about that.
Oh, it was a great day. It really was. I Heart Horror Day. All of the proceeds from that con go to Deborah Heart and Lung Center. So automatically that's already important to me because my grandma lung cancer and stuff. But it's great. It's their fourth year doing it, and I've watched it grow from the first year till now, and it's really picking up like a lot of traction. I had a lot of fun. I met Lauren Elena was there. I got to hang out with her for a little bit. Mark Haynes was there. I got my autographs. Black Cat Films was there. They gave me a hoodie, so I feel loved. And yeah, seeing Sammy was the highlight of my entire day. I'm walking because I didn't know she was there yet, so I'm walking down the one aisle and she's standing there, and I'm like, Sammy! It was a beautiful moment. She was signing posters because she's in one of Ron's upcoming films. So that was cool seeing her like sign posters. I'm like, I know her. So
yeah,
it was really nice. And I was selling 50 raffles for the entire day. I think I sold like 30, which to me that's a lot because I guess I don't know. I just went in the bar and got all the drunk people. So
that's the way
it worked.
To do it.
It really worked. So it was a great day. It really was. It was a fun day. It had a great cause, and yeah. I think we should get a table there one year. I'm just saying.
We should. Well, okay. Definitely 100%.
I was giving out stickers for us, and this one girl, Josh Petrino's fiance or wife, actually, she's like, "You're part of Horror 365." I'm like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "You know us?" So I thought that was really, really cool. So yeah, it was a good time, and I talked to some of the vendors actually about our May event. I'll talk to you about that. But,
yeah, definitely keep me updated on that. But Paige, good stuff, Paige. Thank you for sharing that. And I've seen some of the pictures. Great. I'm so happy that you and Sam were able to link up, and they're doing that for such a great cause too. So shout out to the I Heart Horror crew. I think it's Joe. I think his name is Joseph, right? If I'm not mistaken. The gentleman in charge.
The Conio brothers. It's Chris and Greg. Chris and Greg, yeah.
Chris and Joe. Yeah, I'm horrible.
Yeah, Chris.
Yeah, his middle name's Joe. It's
okay. Chris, I'm thinking Joe.
No, they're good though.
Okay, so good stuff. Yeah, we'll definitely talk more about that. Mm-hmm. Swift, anything you want to plug? You got rolling?
Yeah, I want to plug. You already plugged the Killer Point of View. I want to plug the Fear Circuit. Follow the Fear Circuit on Instagram, please, everybody. All of the dopest creators are on there. The Fear Circuit. We're doing what we got to do to bring entertainment and fun to the horror community and bring the horror community together. So I want to plug the Fear Circuit. I want to plug Brandon from Terrorific Podcast. He's also part of the Fear Circuit. Thanks for coming on. You were cooking tonight. Thank you so much, man. It means a lot to us. I want to shout out the whole live chat. Thank you guys for rocking out with us, and thank you for your thoughts and your commentary and just the funny stuff that I see in the chat, man. You really make our night easy. You know, even on long nights like this where we're rocking out for a long time, it's a lot of fun. And also, anybody in New York City area this weekend, March 1st, I believe it's March 1st. It's the Sunday. That's our final exam trivia. It's hosted by Ted Gagan, the filmmaker, and Michael Gingo from Fangoria. They're hosting a trivia event this week. Jeremiah Kipp, the director, the filmmaker who just did The Mortuary Assistant that came out a couple of weeks ago, he's going to be in the house. I think the producer is going to be in the house. That's actually Final Exam Trivia is actually where I met Barbara Crampton for the first time. So, you know, you never know who's going to be there. The kid that started Alamo Draft House, I met him there too. You know, so you got some people that come out to this thing. And I want to shout out to everybody, all of my team members that I've ever had at Final Exam Horror. You know, we won one of the rounds of trivia, so I got a nice little movie. I got Mute Witness on 4K, so that's fire. You know, that was donated by that was sponsored by Arrow Video. I want to shout out Scream Scene NYC. I know I shouted them out earlier. Marlo over there, Scream Scene NYC, doing everything, putting out the newsletter, letting everybody in New York City know what's going on. You know, giving us some shine. Thank you very much. Shout out to Fangoria for showing us love with the couple weeks ago, Friday 13th. They showed us love on Friday 13th and talked about our big event that we got coming up May 1st and 2nd at the Hell House LLC Abaddon Hotel, also known in real life as the Waldorf Estate of Fear. Jason Lives in Hell, the 40th anniversary, Friday 13th, Part 6, Jason Lives. We're going to have everybody in the house. So thank you for shedding some light on that and letting people know what we got going on. And it's going to be a lot of fun. So anybody, if you didn't get your tickets yet, go get your tickets. You know, go get your tickets. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have one of the dopest parties going. We're going to have dinner, award ceremony. Good night, everyone. All right, Light, good night. Thank you. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
We're going to have some dope. Yeah, we're going to have some dope stuff planned. We got vendors, food trucks, all different activities, live entertainment, music. We're going to have Tales from the Media in the house. Listen, this thing is going to be crazy, man. Like, just come on out. Whatever you're doing May 1st and 2nd, come on out. That's it. Go ahead, Jimmy.
Yeah, no, great. Thank you, Swift, for that. You know, just thinking about, by the way, Tam and Lakeisha, Tales from the Media, they're doing our coverage on the bloody carpet. They're going to be out there. We're going to have a bloody carpet affair. They're going to be running raffles there. So that's a big deal. I really appreciate what those girls do, those ladies do. And they're just not appreciated enough in the community, how much, they're out there. Their grind, their hustle, 100% is respected. And it's quality. So we love Tales from the Media and what they've done and what they continue to do. So cannot wait to have them out there. But I gotta say this, as far as May 1st and 2nd go, I'm gonna unveil something right now. You wanna
Oh no, not yet. You wanna mic drop it? You think listen, it's kind of late. It's 10:50. You think everybody's ready?
I don't know, man. They might. I don't know if they're ready. By the way, hold on real quick.
Hey,
hold on. My first Horror 365 show. Welcome.
Oh, welcome.
That's my best friend, Lena.
Welcome to the slaughterhouse.
Lena.
Thank you.
So, thank you for jumping on, tuning in. I gotta say, not only will Tales from the Media be doing the coverage there, Swift, you know, with this event and what people don't understand, and I got to talk about this real quick before we wrap this up here. This is like something that you've never experienced before. And I made sure of that. I looked at what other people have done. You know, yes, there's going to be elements of a convention. Of course, you know, there's the signings and photo ops. We are doing for the first time ever a graveyard photo op, not with a green screen, not with a backdrop. We have a cemetery-like environment, and we're digging a hole. Yes, and we have a casket. So you're on a set with this one. We have a camper photo op, which I'm going to unveil right now because we're dropping the announcement very soon anyway. Darcy DeMoss and Tom Fridley and CJ Graham in full wardrobe will be taking this picture inside of the camper, like in the movie. A camper, not a green screen. You're in there. Your photos.
A camper as in the RV. That's what we're talking about.
An RV, a legit RV that we're getting there. Now, your photos are going to be taken there, and they're going to be printed out there. You'll probably have to wait like an hour or so to get them so we can get everybody's photo together. But you're going to have your photos that day. It's not digital, it's physical, so you can even get them signed. We're doing what we're doing with the live entertainment. We have bands loaded up Saturday from 12 to 5 is the first session. And then we take a 2-hour break, 5 to 7 before the dinner. We'll get to the dinner in a second because night one, we push the opening time now, 3 o'clock. So 3 o'clock, it's on the site. We're opening doors at 3, but we're running straight through from 3 to 11. So 3 to 8 is the signings and the photo op, and everything's listed on there. And you're going to see a ton of more videos and posts about it, just so you guys know the timing of everything there. But with the live entertainment and with the cast out there doing the signings, night one, we got a haunted hell house party. So the whole house is open to explore, and there's music throughout the house, and there's snacks, and there's an open bar, and, trivia we got going on that night outside. And CJ and Tom Matthews, there's going to be a showdown between these two, and it looks like it may even be an axe throwing competition that night. We haven't confirmed, but I think they want something other than trivia. I think it's going to be CJ's team versus Tom Matthews' team. So whoever's coming to that party can get involved with this competition. You're going to either get right on the team or you're going to pick a side depending how many people are out there. But it's going to be a hell of a time for that party.
And when Jimmy said Hell House, he's talking Hell House LLC. He's talking the Abaddon Hotel. He's talking the Waldorf Estate Affair. When he said Hell House, that's what he's talking about. You're going to be partying at the Abaddon Hotel, Hell House LLC. And also, real quick, I want to say something to Lena. You talking horror and wrestling, you talking to the right guys. You ain't saying nothing. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
This is going to be something special over there. And, you talk about, hold on one second. You also get to watch me mud wrestle with Jimmy. Listen, you've already won that match because I'm a no-show. There's no way I'm getting it. No. Hey, listen, you want it? You got to pay for it. That's it. You want a mud wrestling match? It's going down, Joe. Anyway, somebody's going under the floorboards. Anyway, back. Pause, triple pause. Getting back on this thing. So night 2, what are we talking about?
That's gonna sell all the tickets. He says coward.
That's gonna sell all the. I don't know about that. That's gonna stop people from coming out. So. Talking about the indie wrestler because we're big in the scene. Let us know. Later.
Oh yeah, reach out to us.
Yes,
Paige,
sure.
connect us.
Michelle.
So
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And anybody that's ever come to a Horror 365 event, there's nothing like it. Like you're gonna come out, you're gonna have a blast. I'm telling you. We just did the event. We did the Friday 13th St. Valentine's Day Massacre a couple weeks ago, Friday 13th. And everybody there had a freaking blast, man. And everybody wants to know, what's the next one? But you guys got to do another party. And we're doing another party, and it's night 1 at the Hell House. We're doing another party. Come on out and hang out with us. Yeah, so come on out and hang out, man. We're doing a party. We're gonna have DJ playing some sick music. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So come on out and make sure you check out what's the website, Jimmy.
You got to go to WaldorfEstateOfFear.com. And then when you get there, let me actually explain this because we're trying to fix up the site to make it easier. But you go to WaldorfEstateOfFear.com, you click on the event, and you got to go down to tickets. Now, there's been a little, some people ask me, a couple people, about a little confusion with the dinner on night 2. When you click on tickets right there, buy tickets, you got to go to May 2nd. The dinner is only on night 2. It is at 7 o'clock. And this is the big deal. And the reason I'm pushing this so hard is because of the fact that It's never been done before, especially on this scale, this level, where we're highlighting these cast members in this type of environment. You got to think of a wedding reception, round tables, bloody round tables in there, wedding reception style. You're talking dinner, and we're not doing hamburgers and hot dogs, folks. We're doing quality food, okay? We're doing meals that you would get at a restaurant, like chicken piccata, stuff like that. The menu's coming out soon. But we have dinner, we have a cake cutting, an award ceremony where we're presenting these actors with awards, a screening, a Q&A with the cast, and an after party with the cast. Your ticket includes all that. Also a commemorative poster, a headstone for the 40th anniversary. Nothing big, but, decent size that, it's going to be a nice piece of memorabilia. And, a T-shirt, I think we're throwing in the mix there. But you got to check it out. Check out all the details on WaldorfStateOfFear.com. This dinner is something that you're never going to forget. And it's going to be streaming. Well, we're not going to be streaming. I don't know for sure if we're streaming that live. Don't know yet. It's a possibility.
Let's make it happen.
To the end.
Let's make it happen. That's it. Why not? Let's make it happen.
For those that are overseas, we might, you know what? We're going to try to figure that out. It's not locked in yet, but we're going to try to get that streaming live. But I want to say this, and this is the bomb. This is something that I want to announce just exclusively here before it's out there. We had a post from Fangoria promoting us, which we were extremely happy about.
Heck yeah.
We have some news coming out with Bloody Disgusting. And
look at us.
This is going to be a big deal. I can't get into detail with it, but Bloody Disgusting in this event and us joining forces in some capacity. Just stay tuned for that. And that in itself, if it goes through the way I'm foreseeing it potentially going through, it's going to be a massive deal. I don't want to say anything else on it, but just know we are in talks with them. And we had 2 conversations with different people there. So, this is going to be something special. And I would love for everybody to make it out there. But if you can't make it out, again, Swift, I think that's a great point for those that are out of state or just, sometimes I understand. We all understand it. Money can be just tight, bottom line. As far as the award ceremony goes, we can get that streamed, I think, for people out there. I think that'd be great to do that.
Yeah, let's figure that out. Yeah, let's figure that out. Let's make that happen.
Yeah.
That's offensive for me. I'm gonna need you to do something close to me. Yo, listen, but that's the plan. We hitting the road, Jack. We hitting the road, Jack. We're gonna do it. Listen, there's enough Horror 365 to go around for everybody. We're gonna make it happen.
And listen, don't think for 1 second that everybody on here, listen, no matter what happens there, everybody here that's a supporter on this show, that you tune in whenever you can, you watch the replay if you can, you listen for whatever, or that comes on the show, anybody in the fear circuit, everybody that we know, this is a family affair. And no matter, what ends up happening here, future-wise and events to come, I'm bringing the family in. So you guys are going to get exclusives. Everybody on here is going to get the exclusive, but no matter what. So, and I'll make that happen. So, a lot of good things. I can't talk about certain things. All I can tell you is what I just said with the talks that we've been having. So it's a big deal. It's, there's some people very interested in the fact that it's at Hell House at that location, and it being a 40th anniversary for Friday Part 6. And the biggest thing about that is this is not a one-off. This is something, So I can't wait. I can't wait to talk about this even more in depth.
And when's the last time anybody here had sat down and had dinner with the entire cast of their favorite chapter of a film franchise? When's the last time you sat down and had dinner with the whole cast? When?
Never ever.
Yeah. You probably had a beer with somebody at the bar. Oh, this was the janitor in that one scene of the movie. You probably had that, you had a beer with him or something like that at the hotel bar of a convention. You're sitting down having an intimate dinner, wedding reception style, with the entire cast.
Yeah, it's never been on this level, on this scale. I don't like doing anything normal, and really just putting this together and having Angie. Huge shout out to Angie at the Waldorf for everything that she's done and continuing to do. She's been amazing, as expected, because she's just a genuine human being. She's an amazing person. So I want to give Angie her flowers because she deserves it, and she's really helping out tremendously with this event and making it as massive as it's going to be. Oh, by the way, the slaughterhouse, one of her attractions, the Grimville Slaughterhouse, is going to be open, and it does not require any extra fee. With general admission, you can actually walk through one of the haunts at that location on top of that. So that's a big deal in itself.
And also we're also having haunted Hell House behind the scenes tours.
Yeah, behind the scenes tours, Hell House, basement
of the Hell House. We're also having that. That's also an option. That's also an option.
So check it out.
You get to see the basement. You get to see everything.
Yeah,
there you go.
There we go. Jason Lives in Hell, May 1st.
Yeah.
May 2nd and 2nd. I'm a Swift holding it down. Thank you, Ma. I appreciate it. May 2nd and 2nd, Ma. Yeah, listen, it's the truth though. It's been a long one tonight, guys. Sorry that I appreciate, first of all,
just
everybody.
Trying to pray for my peeps and Rob. They're brutal. We got a rough crowd over here tonight, boy.
You're above peep. You've ascended.
You've ascended. Rob says, "Hey, I'm not a peep."
So, yeah, guys, thank you so much for just hanging out with us all night over here. This has been a blast as always. I look forward to these live streams every week, and I'm happy we can, we had this conversation because, we wanted to have an episode this month on Black History and Horror. And, I was like, we had things pre-booked. I'm like, dude, we got to end the month. Swift and I were talking about it. We got to end the month on a high note. And I feel like everybody today, man, Brendan from Terrorific, Killa B, Swift, you guys, Paige, everybody in the chat, you guys helped out making this show badass as always. So thank you, everybody. And we're going to wrap it up here. I'm not going to continue to ramble. So go see Scream on Friday. If Swift, in his point, if that doesn't happen, then you can blame him. Okay, that's it. Blame Swift if it doesn't happen. We don't see Scream. Coming out Friday. We're going to see you next week. Next week starts Women's History Month. We got something special for you. Stay tuned for that. And remember, not just a genre, baby. It's a lifestyle.
I'll see you soon.